Are we going live?
It says the stream
Greetings
is live. Oh,
and salutations to all our fellow connoisseurs of anime. As I sip on this fine whiskey tonight.
I'm gonna make a
However,
little ultra girly tonight. Oh,
ooh, you must have a marathon to run the next day, according to all the commercials I see about that beer.
nope, I did my PT test today and I passed. So
Awesome. Good job.
100?
Boop, boop. No, I'm not 100 girly, man. I'm just also like the way that things are going. You just
You're
gotta
gonna do
pass
it.
at this
Yeah,
point, so
yeah.
it doesn't matter.
I hear you. Anyways, we got a great show. We are late to the Father's Day craze, but shout out to the homies, Josh and Danny over at the time we started an anime podcast because they had an excellent Father's Day show where they talked about dads across the anime world. So
Yeah.
we're gonna go ahead and each of us picked our favorite dad from anime. I guess the one we considered one of the good dads, and then we also went on the other side and picked dads that we were just like they can go kick rocks. We are also going to
Yeah.
talk about anime that have done a disservice to the source material. So the manga might have been amazing and everybody's waiting for the anime adaptation, only for the anime adaptation to come out, and people are like, WTF. What up, CJ? I see you in the comments. And we will end it by giving you the one anime we are looking forward to in what is about to be probably historically one of the best months for anime this July.
Absolutely.
Has bangers coming out. New anime, continuations of anime. We will feast good in July.
Oh, it's going to be crazy.
But before I play the intro, how about we get the shout out the way and welcome everybody back? Because it's been a while. We haven't talked to them since the beginning of the month, giving our award.
Hold on, I forgot.
Oh, see. Ladies and gentlemen, it's what we do here. But yeah, July's coming up. Amazing stuff on deck. Dan to Dan was in the theaters the first 3 episodes, so if you're able to check that out, cool. If not, in about a week or so, you'll be able to start watching it and be in the know of what's coming up as we wait for Dan to come back.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be checking that out. So when they release it, are they releasing it on Netflix at the same time? Do we know?
I'm not sure. I know it'll probably come out on Netflix probably the same time, but I just stick to Crunchyroll since all the rest of my things are over. But
that's where I usually watch. But
what do you?
I ran.
Did you? Hey, but PT test running is nothing to you.
You're ready.
Listen, I have been on a profile because my hips and my back, and then I've been getting better because I've been doing a lot more stretching, yoga. Finally starting to fix the problem. Okay. By the way, take care of your hip flexors. Do some Kegels, men too. It's not just a women thing. Okay, strengthen that punani. And
you are 30 talking to a couple of 40-year-old guys like you're the oldest one of the bunch. Let me tell you.
I know, but like, yeah, I get like
around here.
but no, I've been doing that, so like it's been getting better. But because I haven't been consistently running, when I did run, my chest hurt so bad. I was coughing. I thought I was gonna throw up afterwards. I was like, "Yo, my cardiovascular health is shit right now." All right,
but everybody has their beverages for this. This
I just poured. Hold on, I got cat.
I have my lucky vape stick.
What is that?
His
my lucky vape stick.
Weed?
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah! I wish 7 more years.
Man, I ain't. That's one of the perks of being old in Virginia, right here. Boom.
Do we have eat the cake shot glasses?
Not yet.
I don't have one. Can I get one?
We have to make them and order them.
Okay. Yeah, I'm down for that.
But here is to a great week of anime 1 week away from us.
Hell yeah.
Be a busy week.
July.
Here you go. Cheers.
Cheers.
Now that that's out the way, Let us roll. Oh my gosh, you okay, Jackie?
Yeah.
Let us roll that
PT day is
beautiful
rough.
bean footage.
The following is a presentation of the That Feeling Podcast Network, reminding you to always question the answers.
Eat the cake. Eat it. Eat the cake. Yeah. Eat the cake. Eat the cake. Well, all right. I bet you thought you stumbled on another podcast. Of course you're right, but let me tell you about the contrast. It's really different, not an X in front of Comcast. We cover anime today and other times past. Listen and learn in that order, then replay. Be entertained by Mac, Jackie, and EJ. 3 hosts doing way more than the most, proving you can pay the lion, but it's all in the approach. Originals and sequels, the newbies and the Ichigos. The world's up in flames to the ones more peaceful. The weapons or the Shuto, manga, Naruto, Monkey D. Luffy, and a lot more that you know. Subscribe, hit the like, give the algorithm life notes. We trying to get the same pie that Apple took a bite from. Join the conversation, let us know if you can relate. If not, you still might be forced to eat the cake. Anime, hey, hey, eat the cake. Hey, hey, anime, eat the cake. Anime, eat the cake. Anime, hey, hey, eat the cake. Hey, hey, anime, eat the cake. Anime, eat the cake. Anime.
All right.
Yes. Welcome back. Like I said, it's been 3 weeks or some change since we talked to you guys. Had a
Yeah,
very
I
great
start really missing you guys when it goes that long. I'm
I
like,
know.
damn,
Yeah.
dude.
Been a minute for real.
Sucks.
talk about. But we had to get together and do a show leading into July so we can let people know what we're looking forward to. But like we mentioned, Father's Day was a couple Sundays ago. I think the 15th, if I'm not mistaken.
Shout out to all the dads that stayed.
Whoop,
Yeah.
whoop.
Yep.
Shout out to all the papas out there. Here we are. We talked
We
about it
appreciate
like, hey, shout out to the crew over there, Danny and Josh, like we said over at that time we started Anime Podcast. A really great idea. Also, if you haven't been following them, go to check them out on YouTube, or not YouTube. I think they're over on Facebook.
Discord. On Facebook.
Discord, all of that stuff. Yeah, Facebook. If you go to their Facebook page, they do post their Discord, so you can find them that way. I would say that's probably the easiest way to find them. So search that time we started the Anime Podcast, and great episodes. Those guys are doing great work over there, and we got to get them on our show sooner or later. So we'll be reaching out to you. We'll be reaching out to you guys. Huh. Dad's in anime. I never really thought about or put focus into like who was a great dad, who was I think off the top we can come up with some horrible fathers, right?
Oh yeah.
Easy.
That was kind of the easy one. Like I had a list of that one.
Yeah.
For good dads,
Oh yeah.
you can find them, but you're just like, I mean, was he really? Like some of the lists I've been looking at online, I'm just, was he really a good dad? He had that tough love, and I'm just like, that's not the.
Yeah, that's your trauma.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I got beat a couple times, but it beat some common sense.
he was
in it.
making me tough. Like, no, dude, he's beating you up. He's just
He literally punched you and broke your jaw.
if it's something that I would go to jail for, telling the cop, like, yeah, I was just punching my son because I was making him tough.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's
Like
probably not
the one that got me, and they're just like, he's one of the best dads, was Isshin Kurosaki, like Ichigo's dad.
Oh yeah.
And I'm just like, in the grand scheme of things, like when he lets him know, like, yo, hey, I'm a fucking Soul Reaper too, and I'm here to protect. Like, but before that, he's like kicking his kid in the face and all this other. I'm just like, yo, that's not textbook good dad stuff to me. So that's why when I see stuff like that on there, I'm just like,
yeah, it's frowned upon to kick your kid in the face.
I always wondered. Sorry, side note. Always wondered, right? Like, because he's a Soul Reaper that like went into a like Gigai or whatever, which is a fake body. How was he able to
reproduce?
Yes, because Karin and the other one, like those are actually his daughters with the mother. So how is he able to like, if it's fake?
That's gonna be in Bleach, the
That's on the
the fan fiction.
reproductive mission. Yeah.
Bleach the fan fiction where you're the original character.
Bleach the saved
I've been
semen.
thinking about that lately since I caught up
saved
to
his
that. I was
semen.
like, wait a second.
I don't know. But I don't really think they want to explain that. And if they
Hey,
did,
Kubo,
I don't know.
I need answers.
I don't know if they're going to have a lot of eyes on that. People want to, an explanation for that.
See the digital playground parody of that.
It's like,
They're like, Ichigo can't be an only child. We got to give him 2 sisters. Okay.
Oh man, but so we all did our research. I did more of it at work than I probably should have, but it was my last day at the office before I moved, so I just had
Oh shit! Congrats.
oh,
I felt like Will Smith at the end of Fresh Prince when they like moved everything out the house.
Oh yeah, and he's just sitting there with his hands in his pocket.
Yeah, that's how I felt like because I was the last one to leave and I locked up the CSS for the last time. Like,
Oh,
where they got you going now?
Small tear.
Yep. I'm going over to munitions. So
Oh, okay.
if you ain't ammo,
Oh, ammo. Yeah, maintenance.
It should be a fun time. I'm excited. But
stories.
So we all did. You want to do bad dads or good dads first?
Should we end on a really like crazy note or a good note? Kind of want to end on a crazy note.
Yeah,
I
crazy
also want to end on a good note. All right, let's start with good. Let's start this off.
Let's start with good dads because
let's get it out of the way.
All right. All right, EJ, tell us who you got, and was there a list you were looking at, or one just stood right out to you? You're like, this is the guy.
I thought about a lot of the my favorite animes, and I mean honestly, it's like you were talking about earlier, Willie. There's a whole lot of bad parents. There's usually not that many good examples. It kind of feels like Disney because Disney always has like one parent.
Childhood trauma.
Yeah, childhood trauma stuff. So, but it wasn't it. Once I started looking into it, there was a lot less good examples to pick from, and the ones that I picked, I think, are pretty commonplace. I mean, especially for probably if you looked on any of these lists from any of the other, chat rooms and stuff, it's going to be about this. They'll probably pop up on there. But my primary pick was Thor's from Vinland Saga, and it was weird to pick him. But the more I thought about it, like I'd seen him on other lists, and I'm like, really, you don't see him that much, but he's all in flashback, and you see a lot of his influence help mold the character, the main character, which is hard to call him the main character if you watch Vinland Saga, but centered around his son and all his journey and his struggle as it goes forward. Thor's kind of gave him those examples. One, all the characters he runs into in Vinland Saga know of his dad. Once they're all like, "Oh, you're Thor's son," they all respected him in a way, even the ones who were his enemies. So that gives him one up. Plus, you watch him in the few episodes that he's in, and he's all about his family. I mean, he ends up, sacrificing himself to his enemies, to save his family. Basically, is like a, hey, just I'll come with you without a, struggle if you let them go, kind of thing. So, that right there, I mean, that's the ultimate, thing you could do is for the ones you love is to give your life for them. So that and the little like lessons he taught or kind of like instilled in his son, and it shows more in a flashback. You'll see flashbacks in Vinland Saga or references to something Thor's did, and you're like, oh wow, man, he was badass, and it inspires his son to go through this tremendous struggle all through this, this series. He faces some of the worst beatdowns you've ever seen, but he keeps coming back, man. He's willing to go all out, just like his dad, if it means he achieves his goal, which is to, one, I think, restore kind of the honor in his father and his family, but also, to get revenge for the fact that some of these people betrayed his father, and so. Thor's was just impressive. So he didn't have any negative things for me to knock, but that's also because he's only in the series for like 2-3 episodes, and the rest are all clips. So my primary pick, but the strong runner up. Let me read his name real quick here. I don't want to be butchering that too badly. It's from Death Note, and it's Light's dad. Soichiro Yagami. Basically, he's like, superintendent of the National Police Agency in Death Note. And the reason why I picked him is I know he's not, he's not like action packed or anything, but he never gave up on his son. Even when all signs are pointing that his son is, the one he's been searching for and the one responsible for these horrific things, he's willing to, lock himself up to prove that, he's like, I still believe in Light. And more than, I know he wasn't around a lot during the show you watch, he's busy, but of course it's realistic. He's in, he's the head of the superintendent of police. They're investigating these huge murder that they can't figure out. So he's not gonna be home all the time. But from the moment that Light comes up as a name, or a suspect, from that moment throughout the whole thing, he stands by his son. And for that, I give him credit. I mean, he's willing to lose his status, his at the department, all that he's ever worked for, probably his whole life for this career, to back his son. And that I think was, a very realistic approach of what a good father would do. You know what I mean? That even if the whole world knows your son's a murderer, you're still going to love him, So you're going to do whatever you can to show him, I still love you. I may not approve, but I got your back. I'm here for you to listen. So
like he was talking himself into believing that his son was innocent. Like every small little thing he could grasp, be like, see, it couldn't have been him.
Yeah, exactly.
And, freaking Els is like, my guy. Like,
yeah.
Dude, and what's the saddest part too is in his final moments, he was like, I'm so glad like my son is like this great person and he's helping Elle and he's not Kira. And you're like, bro. Yep.
Yeah, it was tough. But I mean, that's why he makes that list for me, is because, to the end, he was, loyal to his son, loyal to his family, and loved him. So
yeah.
That's a good dad. Piece of shit son.
Yeah. Well, we talked about that before. Light is one of those, like, he didn't start off as a terrible monster, but by the end, he
had good parents, dude.
Oh, he had a good life. He was top of his class. He was going places, man.
He's like one of the few anime characters that actually had both parents.
Yeah. Living a upper middle class life, looking forward to college. And he decides, I'm just gonna start killing people. That's what I did.
With power, man. It got to his head.
That sense of justice.
Power.
On God.
Yeah.
All right. Solid picks for good dads, though. Thor's was on my list as well. But like you said, it's saying something when you're in the anime for only like 3 or 4 episodes and you have that kind of impact,
Exactly.
You're such a good dad that when you are killed in front of your son, he fucking snaps and becomes like one of the worst killing machines on that side of the earth. Like
if you're a good dad, you're gonna create shitty sons.
Apparently.
So just leave them. Go get the milk. It's okay.
I gotta get revenge for my dad. He was that good, But yeah, good picks, man. All right, Jackie. We're in a good mood talking about, we're uplifting the fathers out there.
Fathers.
Who did you have? Did you have one that just stood out to you, or was there a rack and stack for you as well?
I had a rack and stack, and I did have a like honorable mention too.
Okay.
It's funny because I actually had Ishin Kurosaki on there only because, and I understand like your view on like, but really was he? The only reason why is because he literally gave up his entire like soul reaper life, everything to like go be this father for him. Yeah. And even though like he kind of like messed with him, at the same time, like Ichigo did the same thing back. So like it wasn't like abuse, you can't like really. So, and just like how much he was there for them, and he probably like protected them until Ichigo woke up with his powers. Like he was on there for me just because of that and how much he cared for all of them, and even in the earlier like season 1 of like Bleach is just how much he loved Ichigo's mom and knew how important she was to Ichigo and everybody. So like the fact that he still stayed and continued to care for all of them and continues to do it and knows that like because my question too that I have for like the future of Bleach is like what happens now when Ichigo and his 2 daughters die because he's technically immortal. Like he's not human. He didn't turn into a human. He's just in a Gigai. So like he's gonna have to either go back or then just he disappears. He doesn't get older. So like that's the other thing I think about is like this man's gonna watch his kids getting older and he's still gonna be like in this Gigai. So
Yeah.
I don't know. That's why I think I think he does deserve to be on that, but my like other ones that I had, and I know you'll talk about one of them is Lloyd. I had Maze Hughes, Shikaku Nara. I love Shikamaru's dad, but I will add something in here because we're actually rewatching Naruto right now. And
Mhm.
there's a episode where Shikamaru like wants to go home and his dad and Ino's dad and Choji's dad are getting drunk at the bar and they don't want to leave. And Shikamaru was like, "Can we please go home?" And I'm like, "Wait, well, actually, I don't really know if he's good of a dad anymore."
She's
And
like,
then I
no.
had yeah, and then I had Byakuya Ishigami from Dr. Stone,
Mhm.
and you don't see a lot of him. You just see him in flashbacks as well, kind of like yours, EJ with Thor's. And then my number 1 pick, and I'll talk about in a second, is Kuma from One Piece. So I know like you guys don't watch One Piece. He's in the background for a reason. And Amanda can 100% attest to this because she's read all of it. So if you haven't watched One Piece and you want to watch One Piece and you don't want to get spoiled, just stop listening to me after this. But if you don't care, then just listen. But I'll talk about my favorite, and then I want to talk about my like honorable. Or I'm going to talk about Maze really quick because I do want to talk about Maze Hughes. I'll talk about Kuma, and then I'll talk about my honorable mentions. So the thing with Maze is like he almost was my number 1 pick, just because like in both different anime iterations of um Full Metal Alchemist, all he is about his daughter Gracie. He's like showing her picture around and his wife. His family is like the most like a blessing. That's all he loves. He dotes on his daughter and everything. That's probably one of the saddest deaths that like everyone has to experience when they watch that show because they're like, oh, because when I first saw that, I wasn't thinking about just only of him and how sad I was. I was like, "Oh my god, what is Gracie gonna do?" Like that's how like
Yeah, how
invested I
family.
was in him and
Yeah.
his family, and then how he brought Ed over to his family to meet them. You just see that dynamic and everything. And oh my god, I don't know who Nobuyuki Masaki is for Good Dads. What anime is that from? Do you guys know?
Nah, we'll look it up, but you can keep going.
Okay, sorry. So that like oh, I haven't seen that anime. But Maze was like a close one for me for that, but I ended up going with Kuma because when you watch One Piece and the like very beginning parts of it, you don't know who Kuma is except that he's supposedly like a part of the government, which is the enemy of the entire Straw Hats crew and a lot of other people the government's not looked at well. And he ends up saving the Straw Hats at one point earlier on, and you're really confused why he did that. And you learn later on that he was like a part of the resistance at one point. But then he changes into this mindless cyborg for the government, and they end up creating this army of him, of cyborgs that can basically destroy the world and do like their own bidding, basically. And you don't know why that happened. You have no idea until now. So he like it starts from when he's a kid. He was like he was like or he was with this lovely family. They find out he has like giant's blood in him, and because of that, him and his entire family get kidnapped and sent up to like where the top heads of the government are so they can be slaves for them and do everything for them. And they get like
That.
whipped, and he watches his mother get or he finds out his mom dies, and he watches his dad get murdered in front of him, and everything that he knows gets taken away. then he finally like he finally gets like entered into this contest where these people are like, all right, we're gonna have this game. Whoever can kill the most people wins. All right, everybody that's down on the ground, run away. And everyone has to like run away and hopefully not die. And he's a part of this. Well, there he meets his like girlfriend and future wife and loves her to death, all this stuff. They end up building this life together. And she's like, let's get married, whatever. And then she gets kidnapped by that government again. And he doesn't see her for years. He tries to go find her. He gets a part of the resistance. He wants to like destroy the government that's ruining everything. Finds out that she's on a boat and she starts calling them and she's like, "Hey, it's me. I need help. I'm sick." And she's like dying from this sickness. And she has a daughter. And so he goes to find her, but he's too late when he finds her. She's dead. And what's left over is this little girl right here whose name is Bonnie. And he's like, okay, I'm going to take care of her. And he just like does everything in his power to set like his power that he has is the fruit. He can take people's pain away and it turns into this paw. And the more pain he adds into it, the bigger that it grows. So he takes care of the village and other people's pain. But the thing is that pain has to go somewhere. It has to be absorbed by something. Otherwise, it goes back to those people. So every week he would absorb everybody's pain and then sit there for hours in like turmoil and then do it again a week later.
Yeah.
And then he like did everything he could. He sacrificed himself for everything he could for Bonnie to the point where like in order to make sure Bonnie could get a cure for the same sickness that her mother ended up getting, which killed her, he submitted himself to the government to be used as a pawn and he essentially lost all sense of himself just so she could live and be happy. And it's like this whole thing and it's the saddest story and like it's so emotional. Probably has now become one of my most favorite characters in the entire series because of it. Because this isn't even his kid. He did not like father her. He immediately, like even day one, he's like trying to figure out how to feed her, how to take care of her, how to feed her, and she like how to have fun with her and show her like all the things. And then he's like, even to the point where he's willing to like, I will become a test subject to the point where like I don't even know who I am anymore, just so you can live. And it's just like crazy. This dude is probably like, yeah, my number one top dad out of everything. Saddest backstory of where he could have easily been a villain and just gone that route and not even like came back and taken care of her. But like he literally comes back and just like make sure that she has everything she can to survive. Because her whole disease is like if she goes outside or gets any type of light, moonlight, sunlight, these stones appear on her body to the point that if it covers her enough, like she'll just turn to stone and die. So he like blocks every light, makes sure that she's safe and comfortable. And then he goes across the world, travels everywhere, like gets into fights and everything to find a cure for her, like for like a year and a half straight until he finally finds out the only way he can do it is become a test subject. And it's insane. He's amazing. I love him. One of the best
I'd
characters.
buy him a coffee cup. I'd buy him
Dude.
one of the number one dad cups.
Dude. Yeah, he's sick. Like just and I just recently been watching all of this. So and I get it. Like if I had to tell anybody, I think it's faster to read One Piece at this point than it is to watch it. So I definitely recommend reading it. And we talked about this on the podcast with Amanda.
Mhm.
Is like just how in depth One Piece gets in the backstories with everything and there's some dads on there that aren't that great. Like Luffy's dad kind of sucks. But this, yeah, Kuma, number one for me. Honorable mention though, Piccolo.
I dig it.
That's my honorable mention.
I dig it. So for me, you guys pretty much hit on the I guess what is the consensus kind of like top 5 when it comes to that, especially Maze from Full Metal Alchemist. Probably, you know, with everything going on, it's kind of like a dark time. Like you got murderers and stuff out there, and this dude comes to work, does his job, and he like actually loves going back to his family. He's not too absorbed with the case, you know, goes home. His daughter's happy to see him and everything. So that's why, like, spoiler alert for this decade-old anime.
Yeah,
When
I did hella spoilers, so yeah, skip me.
yeah, when he dies, it's just like shit, that's fucking like somebody killed this broad, you know. I think it was Envy from the Deadly. Yeah, it was Envy because that's when Mustang got a hold of her ass and he started snapping the fire out her ass and shit. You know, everybody was get her at, you know, like cheering him
Yeah.
on. Like, wow,
Mhm.
wow, wow.
Dude, that's the
Oh
one of the
my,
best moments.
yeah,
Personally, like I thought it was so sick.
yeah. I'm like, bro, like Mustang, like Colonel Mustang and Hughes, like they were boys, you know. And when you took him from Mustang, like you knew it was a matter of time before the revenge tour happened. So shout out to Maze, you know. I want to say he was on my list and hear me out. Naruto's dad, Minato. People are just like, how the hell when you know they unleashed this demon and put it in their newborn son and all of this stuff. Like Minato fell in love with Naruto's mom, who he knew and everybody knew was the host vessel for the nine-tailed fox. Nobody was messing with her. He saw through that, decided to marry her lover, and they knew having a kid would bring some problems. So he took all the precautions, left the village, put all the little seals around and everything to make it happen. We all know old buddy jumped in there, interfered, trying to unleash the thing and take control of the
Yep.
beast. Things went sideways. The beast was unleashed, and the love of the parents, like they knew they had to sacrifice themselves, put the beast in. And the full story is when it comes full circle, Naruto is an orphan. People hate him. He gets stronger and stronger on his road to becoming the Hokage. When
Mhm.
he is feeling so alone, and that vision of his parents come and tell him, we're so proud of the person you've become. We've always
Bro, the waterworks. Yeah, when you also find out the true backstory to it, because I know when you're watching regular Naruto and even the beginning of Shippuden,
yeah.
you're kind of like, "Fuck these guys! Like, why would they do
Yeah,
this to him?"
100%. That's why when I see some of these, the dads on here, I'm just like, how the hell? But like you said, like with Bleach, you can kind of see it. I know Food Wars. I watched a little bit of that, probably
Yeah,
about some odd episodes, and the main character's dad is just like, I'm one of the best chefs ever. Well, I'm about to hit the road and cook around the world. You're on your own, son. Like,
yeah.
shit. How are you on the
Peace.
fucking, you know? Maybe
Like,
later in the
I'm about to go make some desserts with this milk. I'll be
I'm
right
going to
back.
Chicago. Like I'm going to Chicago to cook for this 5 Michelin star restaurant while I'm leaving you here to run this raggedy ass mom and pop restaurant. You know, so
good luck, son.
yeah, it's one of those where you're just like, I guess. But so number one, Jackie, you hit on it. It's Lloyd Forger from a Spy Family. Obviously
A good pick.
not a real dad, adopted father, using her initially as just a cover while he does his espionage thing, codenamed Twilight, the number one agent in his agency, I guess. But as it goes on, you could see the awkwardness of him trying to understand how to be a dad, how to be a husband, because he also has this fake marriage with one of my waifus, yours. So but throughout the seasons, wrapped up season 2, I think last year, you see him start to become more and more involved, like to the point where he's almost risking mission failure to ensure that Anna is good to go.
Mhm.
Genuinely takes interest in what Anna is interested in. Sometimes it throws him off, but then he'll take the time to learn. But the fact that he goes from just a single super agent who's just initially bent on you guys are just pawns in my game to do my mission to literally taking the time to sit, not even best husband or father. I would say he's on track to probably be one of the best husbands.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Best
saying?
family man
it's
all around.
crazy.
Yeah.
Like on the
It's not even
fly.
his real family.
For
That's the
someone,
part.
for
Like
someone
crazy.
who like has had no relationships, no emotional
Yeah.
attachments to literally anything, is just pure agent, and especially in all the animes that we've ever watched with people that like you see how that goes. He obviously he lives up to his name of taking his whatever he gets, like his task seriously. But then he takes it to the point, like you said, Willie, of like now he's like starting to care
Yeah.
more than he realized, and it's not like it's almost like too it's coming natural to him to just do it. He's not like, oh, I can't. He's just like just doing it.
Yeah. So I mean, just the fact that he knows he's on task, he's staying on task, missions are still going, but he's seeing like there's episodes where he's trying to use Anya to get in with the son of the target that he's after. But Anya is literally having issues in school, like trying to make friends and all this other stuff. He will take time away from trying to do the mission to help her, like just be a kid, enjoy life. Like, hey, we can go to this restaurant, we can get this dessert that I know you like, instead of just being so focused on the mission.
That's incredible. Like when you bring that up, because you got to think like when they're fleshing out the character in the very beginning, everything, like Jackie said, everything is agent, everything is mission. And for him to make that kind of, that's when you see it's actually, you know, his heart is changing, because probably would have never crossed his mind before to do anything that would jeopardize or change his attention from mission to, you know, but he becomes this like great family man. I think it's fed by the fact that he never had all that. So when he does start to feel it and experience it, it becomes this, you know, thing that he has to have now. You know what I mean? Because he's never had it before. So I think that he's just a really good rounded character too. The way they bring him out, like they make him like, more interesting.
It's like the best non-family family in anime right now.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Because
it's
like
better than some real family.
Yeah,
able to get around to it, like back on Mother's Day, like Yor would have been on my list too, because she also is like an assassin from the other agency, and she will also go way out of her way to ensure that Anya's taken care of. So like, I know we gave it a hard time during the awards show, the most protect at all times, but like Lloyd and Yor, like they will throw down to ensure Anya is taken care of, which I think is pretty dope. So Lloyd would be my winner, but again, Jackie and EJ, you hit on a couple of them. I was looking at Light's dad as well. You know, just put myself in the mindset of being a father and your son just being one of the most hated people on the planet. You are doing everything in your brain to find every small thread to be like, oh, it can't be my son, because you don't know my son. He would never do anything like that. They're like, fam, look, there's no way. I'll lock myself in jail and here's the death note and all of, like, bro, he was doing so, like, he was jeopardizing the investigation so much to not have his son be. So I mean, they're like, when I looked at this list, I'm like, there are some legit solid dads out here. And the fact that there's some dads that from anime that I haven't seen that have made some of these lists.
Yeah.
I'm like, may have
I think it was Krista that talked about someone from
Blue Exorcist, the
Blue
priest.
Exorcist. Yeah, and I haven't even seen Blue Exorcist.
Yeah, I haven't either. I haven't watched it, but I hear good things. So, and like you said, some of reading into this during the research makes me want to go and watch some that I haven't seen, just to see like, wow, this guy sounds pretty cool. You know what I mean? So just to see the stories play out.
So real quick, Jackie, I know you've watched all of Naruto, and I don't know how much of it you know, if you've seen it all, EJ, but what do you feel about people that say Naruto is a good dad and he should be on this list? Agree?
So me and Steven have had conversations about this. We've gone back and forth. And it's crazy to like see, because we're rewatching Naruto right now, just to see the progression and how much his personality changes as he gets older. And I think that's where people are like, why was he was so wanting to have a dad when he was younger, and he wanted that relationship with his son, or like with his dad when he was younger. Now his like personality is so different, but I think it's because you have to like think more deeply, I think, into it to like understand that like Naruto's ambition to be the Hokage, I think, was so much stronger because that's all he had to like make something of himself. And so when he becomes Hokage, he's still so invested in that to make sure that he does and keeps to his word that he always likes to keep to. And that he doesn't always like do the dad thing to like that everyone wants him to do because he never had it. And I think people are hoping that he would do that. But at the same time, I think people forget that like he never had a dad. So I think he doesn't know what to do. He just knows he has to kind of show up sometimes, but he also has this huge duty that he's been saying he's wanting to do since he was like 10, 11 years old. So do I think that he's like the best dad in the world? No, because like whatever. Do I understand that like he doesn't know how to be a dad though because no one freaking showed him besides Aruka? But also Aruka wasn't there all the time either. Aruka was only there when it mattered. Same thing with Jiraiya. Jiraiya also gave him a lot of tough love. He learned so many different dad techniques, if you will, from like different people, and it was so many different things. He never had a consistent presence in his life all the time. He just had like glimpses.
I think you were right on it when you said progression. The progression. If anything, and I haven't watched all the Naruto, and I haven't watched I haven't completed it, but from what I have seen and what I do understand is he's in the progression of being a dad. Okay, so I feel like he achieved that goal, his goal. But when you achieve a goal and you're living it, and he's living that goal. Okay, now is his next challenge or something is his son. He's gonna progress there, but like all dads, you got to learn, and he's learning and making his way. So when you were saying like, sometimes he steps in as a dad, I think, like you said, he didn't have it, but he wants to do it. He
doesn't know how to connect with him. Like,
yeah, it's going to grow.
They show flashbacks, and so I only watched up to like episode 35 of Boruto, and then I kind of dropped it because I was like, I don't know if I like it, and also it was like episode 40, so I didn't want to catch up yet. And then because I did that and I didn't keep with it, like I completely dropped it, so I never went back. So I don't know how he's been since then. But when I watched the movies and even up to that episode 35, it showed flashbacks of him being like this great dad when like Boruto and his sister were like a lot younger. But then as Boruto got older, it's like he wasn't as like I think they say that like Boruto more started getting angry because his dad was like always away. Whereas when he was younger, he more admired him, but as he got older, he wanted him to be around more, and he just wasn't. Which
That's a
makes
completely
sense.
different dynamic at that point. That's why I
And
said
Naruto, I think, doesn't know how to handle that because before everything was great and it was fine what he was doing, and now like Boruto's pissed off, and he's like, I have to do this, and I think he struggles with just like, I'm the Hokage, I have to do this, but then also like Boruto wants me to be present all the time. And I think Boruto struggles with I want my dad all the time, but I also really admire my dad at the same time, and I want to be like him too, but I don't because I want to be here. So I mean,
yeah, he doesn't want to be his dad or constantly be under that. And I think that's part of why Naruto only does so much is because I mean, it's different when they're children. Like you said, you saw the flashbacks. Naruto is a great dad to them when they're tiny. But
I think it's
a totally
and
different
Hina
dynamic now that his son is making his own path and becoming a man. So now you've got to decide, am I there for him all the time like I was when he was a child? That's going to be too much.
Yeah.
Or am I not going to be there enough, and then he'll resent me that way? So it's a very hard struggle. That's why I said it's a progression. He's got to learn now how to be a dad at this point. You know what I mean? It's I don't know.
But then there's times that I see clips though where Naruto is there for him in the moments he needs him and shows him, hey, this is, and he's like very serious, and Boruto's like on board, ready to go, and is like with him. And sometimes they've teamed up and done stuff, and then Boruto understands and he like matures in that moment, but then he'll revert sometimes, be like, Dad, why can't we go on a picnic?
Yeah. He's a teenager.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's what I don't know, Willie. It's like I understand like why they did that with him as a character in Boruto. I get why it pisses a lot of people off because they would expect him to be like super involved in this great dad because like that's always what he wanted. But at the same time, I think people aren't thinking a little bit deeper of like, yeah, but would that have actually made sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it makes sense to me why he's the way he is. Do I think he's the best dad? No, but do I think that he's still a dad? He's present. He does what he needs to do for Boruto. Yes.
He wants to. He wants it. He wants to be a good dad.
Yeah. And then when you look at the landscape of fathers in anime, it's like Naruto's there, he's present, he's taking care of the village, he's doing his duties, and as the time he makes time for his kids, you know. And Baruto's just that angsty teenager that's just like, screw you, dad, I'm gonna spray paint graffiti on the Hokage faces and do all the stuff you used to do. So
I mean,
I think that part of it I like, because it's just like, as a kid, your parents are just like, bro, your kids are gonna be doing everything you were doing and some. So like Naruto's acting out as a kid, and now Baruto's acting out, and I'm just like, huh, you know. And it's probably like, fuck, man, like
it's that.
But also, it didn't help that Naruto was sending clones to be dad. That didn't help. That, I think that's what pissed people off, is like that's what he was doing, and that's kind of. I'm not gonna lie, like when I saw that, I was like, all right, dude, that's either be there or don't send a clone. That's actually kind of weird to me.
Yeah,
but whatever.
Cool. All right, good dads are out the way. Let's hit up these horrible fathers. We had EJ. Jackie, let's start with you. Horrible dad, most despicable father in anime to you.
That's category so big, dude. It's like,
I mean,
who?
Dude, I had so many.
Who took home?
That's what I mean. There's just so many. Just like,
I had so many dads that are just like booty juice, but I did bring it down to like a top 5, so I did make sure to do that, so I didn't have like this whole thing.
Just give the names for the top, because I don't want you to give away too much, because it may be somebody's number one.
Okay,
whatever.
I'll just say the names, and then we can like be like, yeah, that was mine too. So on here, I had Judge Vinsmoke. He's from One Piece, so if anyone's watched One Piece, they'll know what I'm talking about with that. This dude sucks. I had Ging Freaks on there, for Gone from Hunter x Hunter.
That's
I'm like, damn, all these dads. Like, I was gonna put Luffy's dad on there, but like I don't even know anything about him yet, so they haven't said shit, so I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
And then
they said there was very little about him, but the stuff
is.
that they have, it would easily he would make the list from what that you do know of him.
But all you can say is that like all you know is that he was never around.
Yeah.
Luffy literally lived his life alone. So like I don't like, you meet him later on in the show, but it's still like he's like a really great person in the show. So you're like, what the fuck happened? Why'd he leave? So I did have Goku as like a light mention. Do I think he's a terrible dad? No. Do I think he knows what he's doing and that he's kind of immature and a child? Yes.
He was my
that he doesn't know. Sorry, not that he does.
My number 2, my backup, my close one was Goku, because Goku's a terrible, terrible dad.
Yeah, I'm not
terrible dad.
I put Rasa of the Sand, which is Gaara's dad.
Yes.
Shao Tucker, it was already in here a little bit. Like, dude, you have to, like, come on.
Yeah.
And then I put Endeavor. Endeavor's up there from My Hero.
There's no redemption for Endeavor,
dude.
Are you caught up? Are you caught up on the anime?
I am caught up.
So
I understand the redemption arc is happening,
but all of that,
I feel it, and I understand it. But his family is still like, we hear you, we see you, but also like our freaking feelings and our like experiences matter, man. Like, come on.
Yeah,
he's not a good dad.
Yeah, he fucked over Dobby.
He's not a good dad. He's like one of the biggest reasons why people are dying right now. Like, come on.
Yeah.
So like I get it. Like, it's, yes, you can feel for him right now. Like, do I see like he is so hurting and guilty for what he's done and he's trying? I can respect that. I can respect that the dude is trying to like get there, but at the same time, like, man. All that shit you did for years. Let's talk about that.
Was he number 1 for you?
It was between. So I obviously I wanted to pick Shao Tucker as my number 1, but I decided not to, and I actually decided to pick Gaara's dad as number 1. Rasa of the Sand. I only didn't pick Endeavor because of the redemption arc.
So I mean, he's bad.
Some
but
dads
he's
can realize
trying.
they fucked up, and he like, dude, Endeavor's really like he's feeling it, and I understand that he's still shitty.
Yeah,
But Rasa's dad was like, I don't give a fuck.
bro,
This guy sucks.
to the extreme,
Yeah.
which caused Gara to be just like this hateful ass.
Yes. Like,
Just
dude,
fed
he
into the
lied
worst
to him
possible.
about everything. He purposely isolated Gara. He put the Jinchuriki in him, not because he was trying to save him, but because he wanted to use him as a pawn. When he realized that he couldn't use him because he isolated him so bad, and Gara was like, what is happening? Why am I so alone? And he became too powerful. He was like, now I need to kill him. So now he's going to send so many assassins after him. And one of the assassins he manipulated, who was Gara's close companion, who's the only person Gara felt like he could trust that actually loved him.
Damn.
And then Gara killed him. And then Gara became who he was. And then you find out later that like his mom actually never hated him. And what the love actually freaking means. His dad sucks, dude. That dude sucks. He's so bad.
Yeah.
Biggest piece of shit I've ever met in my life. Poor fucking Gara, dude. And then look at him now. Upstanding gentleman. His haircut is gay as hell. I'm not gonna lie. Sorry for anyone that doesn't like that, but they shouldn't have given him that haircut, like slit it like that. I don't know why they did that to Gara. They should not have done that. They should have
He's
made
a
it.
politician now.
He's a, yeah, right. No, he needs to have put some layers. Like, come on, put some layers. And don't stick it to his freaking forehead down and make it shiny. Like, why are we doing that?
Right,
bro. We look like a turnip.
Yeah.
So
I agree. Like that.
He was my number one for me.
He was on my list.
That guy sucks. He's awful. I'm a huge Gara fan too, and I'm like, F you, dude. You suck.
Yeah. Any dude that's just out there manipulating kids, like I'm just like, bro, I hope you get your comeuppance.
Yeah.
Tenfold.
Yeah.
Tenfold.
Definitely.
Yeah, that guy sucks. But yeah, Endeavor was a close. I mean, obviously, Shao Tucker is definitely up there, but I'm sorry, like Endeavor's not a good dad. He's not a good dad. He literally also isolated. Okay, let's talk about the isolation technique that people love to do when they like want to manipulate you and gaslight you. Like, and then he completely ignored the rest of his family. Like, come on, man. Abuse his wife. She went to a mental institution.
His whole thing, he was just trying to create
the most perfect mixture, dude.
And then when a great marriage, he tried. First kid didn't work out. Second kid, he's just like, I want that hot half. I want half hot, half cold. Like, I want a kid with both of our powers. And then
I don't have that. I don't want it. Throw it in the trash, bro.
Roki comes around. He's just like, this is my boy, and he despises is a whole thing. So, I am happy that towards the end there's some little redemptive arc because, you know, I don't want to hate everybody. Always, you know, there's more people to hate, but yeah, he didn't start like he had me in the first half. I'm like, yeah, this
for years, dude. Like what Shoto was like when he finally started like, oh, I'm sorry for like abusing you guys. Shoto's like 14, and that's not Shoto's the youngest. Like, no, not the youngest. Sorry, his other no, yeah, he's the youngest. So like, come on. So for longer than that, his poor wife.
Denver too. Yeah, that's a pretty solid list, Jackie. So my list, I thought immediately, right? Shell Tucker, like at this point, he's like by default on the list, right?
Always will be. Everyone's probably number one.
He's going to be everybody's 1B, right, or 1A. I don't, it's either. But for sake of introducing new people to this, because I feel some people just know Shao Tucker from the memes. I want to talk about Grisha Yeager, Aaron's dad from Attack on Titan.
For real.
Yeah, not a cool dude. 2 kids in different continents and shit. Didn't try to raise in any of them. He had Zeke, who was the Beast Titan, right, and then Aaron, who becomes the what was the shit he had I forgot what they called it. Like he could control other Titans or whatnot. You know, like
was the Future Titan or the something Time Titan or something? I don't fucking know. Whatever. Keep going. Sorry.
But yeah, so he was up on the list. You know, I just recently rewatched Neon Genesis.
I'm reading CJ's comment.
Oh, it sounds like Nick Cannon. Gendo Ikari, who they tried to give him redemption at the end, but had a kid. What was this kid's name? Shinji, who ends up being one of the pilots of the Evangelions, right? So the thing is, like, he was so invested in his research, didn't really pay attention to his kid, went into this underground bunker. Wife passed away, used his wife's soul to put into the Evangelions. Spoiler alert for this 30-year-old anime, right?
I can't wait because I haven't seen it.
Yeah, so the Evangelions are like powered by a human life, like that's way to create Evangelion. So they have to have a bond. So for Shinji, the Evangelion he's controlling is his mom. That she, I don't know if Gendo killed her or just let her pass without trying to save her, so he can use her life essence to put into this Evangelion that Shinji controls. But at the end, you know, there's this whole cheesy thing where Shinji's just like, oh, maybe he did love me. I'm just like, get out of here with this. Don't try to do that. And then another one for me would be obviously, you know, Goku, right? People want to, because he's just so lovable and, you know, saves the universe all the time and all that stuff.
He's
but for
child.
Me, number one, hands down. I don't know if you've seen the anime Baki. It's on Netflix. But his dad, I swear to God, I'm just like, sir, what is wrong with you? Like,
it's brutal, dude. It's so brutal.
Yeah, damn. I'm like,
I mean,
just, like, I haven't seen Baki.
Oh my God.
Like, just don't be in their life. Like, don't enter the same fighting team as them and try to fuck them up. Like, this whole thing is like he's like almost like if you played Street Fighter, like he would be what Akuma is. He's just like this demon that wants to fuck people up. And the wild part is, like, he only had Baki because he's just like, I want somebody on this planet who's going to be strong enough to give me a fight one day.
That's it.
That is the only reason he reproduced, to have somebody strong enough to fucking fight.
Mm-hmm. And then, he is willing to just totally savagely brutalize.
And he's like fucking training his child to become strong. Baki's mom is just like, sir, calm down. You're too hard on our son. What does he do? Kills Baki's mom for defending Baki.
Yeah.
I'm like, sir.
Yeah. What
the hell is going on here, bro? And he leaves, right? Baki's just, you know, on the streets being raised. A fighting tournament comes up. Yujiro comes in like, bop, bop, hey, get stronger. And then leaves like, he just keeps coming back. Like, he pops up in Baki's life.
He ruins the day. Yeah.
Get stronger. Bounces.
That was so funny.
Yeah. He's not going to show him any love until Baki can prove he's stronger than him or as him, beat him in a fight. So it's just like, bro, there's one episode my man is like using Baki like a pair of nunchucks and beating up.
Oh shit!
I'm watching this shit. I'm just like it's like, I'm sure there's I'm pretty sure if I sat down and really looked at it, I could find some really deplorable dads out here. But
oh my God,
to have a child be like, I'm bored fighting these weaklings, I will reproduce and raise a fighter who will one day hate me enough to be stronger than me and give me a good fight. The mother of the child is just like, hey, you're too hard on our son. Yeah.
You just, it wasn't even a thought. He was just like,
yep,
you're done. You're my way. I just want to beat this kid until he's strong enough to beat me. It's terrible.
Yeah. So I'm like, he's got to be number one. I mean, that the whole manipulation, isolation, emotional, oh my god, this dude is bad. Yujiro Hana is by far, to me, the worst papa in the world of anime as of now. Subject to change.
Dude, I'm surprised you guys didn't bring up Bondrude.
Hey,
well, hey,
you got me. That's
moving on to Eric.
Yeah, thanks for that transition, that walk in there. You just hit the nail on the head. That's my number one guy. So
I thought Willie would bring that up for sure.
And that's the reason I know him, because I mean, I've checked it out, but I haven't watched the whole thing. But I got interested after Willie had brought it up, so I was like, Made in Abyss. And then if the reason why the reason why he caught my attention, and I had 4 people. Okay, Goku's on there as an honorable mention because he's just terrible, but we all know why.
The lovable day.
Yeah, but this guy, Andrew, the problem is like, it's almost like he treats them kindly.
Yeah.
And he's nice and everything, but he has no qualms with their inevitable death and or anything that happens to them if it brings him closer to brings him more power. I mean, or the chance to become more powerful, or it's just in general, like not even just powerful, to know more. He doesn't even have to become more powerful or anything. So it's like his testing and in the experiments, he's willing to do whatever it takes to understand more, even on his own. But he's never mean about it. That's the worst part, is like the manipulation, but it's kindness. So like, I know all these other ones, like all the other people that I looked at, they have been terrible, as in like they've abused them, isolation.
Yeah, narcissism, usually you can figure it out after like a couple months, but this dude's just...
This guy's super, like, he's like kind sounding, so he's not like harsh to them or anything.
Come over here so I can chop off your leg.
I know, it's like, and in that, I mean, to me, that's so, it's like a almost an indifference to his own offspring, but it's covered by a portrayal like he care, like I care about you, but he doesn't. They are just material to be used to gain more knowledge, and it's like, whoa, dude. And the way he approaches it, it's not cruelty at all. It's like it's a matter of factly kind of behavior. It's just science for him. It's just for the pursuit. Anything goes.
Higher learning for this guy.
Yeah. And I mean, that is, I mean, he
all for the sake of knowledge.
Because I had some runners up, and I mean, I thought about Attack on Titan because Grisha really deserves the title too. Because he just
do remind me, because I have something to ask about Grisha, but I want you to keep going, Eric.
He was just I mean, and the worst part is that all the horror that you witnessed in the beginning of that series. And he's absent, and you're like, whatever happened is that he knew what was coming. He knew the terror that was going to be unleashed, and he was just like, he bounced on his fam, because it fulfilled part of his overall plan. I'm like, so he was on my list too, but I knew I had a feeling Willie was going to go grab him up. So that's why Bondrude like took the title for me, because it was it's almost like I said, it's an indifference. I also thought about the dude, but I don't know enough yet. He's the general, or the director general on Kaiju number 8. Shinomiya.
Yeah.
He's, and it's subtle with him. And I don't know yet because we've only seen the first season and he just kind of got introduced in the last couple episodes. But the way he treats his daughter, who is an outstanding, and when you're watching a series, you're like, she's constantly trying to be the best because she just wants him to notice her. But his way that he treats her and the way he speaks to her, and it's like, it's subtle. But I feel like we're gonna see in the next in the following seasons that this guy's just he's a dick. He just is. I mean,
you cut out on the anime name. What was the anime name that you said?
hold on, I gotta look at it again. Oh, that's Kaiju number 8.
Yeah.
Kaiju number 8. The Director General of the Defense Force. His name is Isao Shinomiya. I know I butchered that, but anyway,
yeah, he's the one fighting Kafka.
He has a badass fight in it and stuff. But I mean, the thing is, his daughter comes to plead with him and even explains, like, "Hey, this dude saved my life," kind of in this situation. And he doesn't. To him, her showing up and even talking to him was bothersome.
Dude, he's like, bitch.
He's like, nobody asked you.
What if my fingers say to your face?
Get out there and keep fighting these giant monsters until you die. It's like, what? So I felt like he was pretty bad, but I have to say that Bondrew just took it because of his of the soft way in which he does it. It's just like it's cold manipulation, but he can't. They think he cares and loves them so much.
Also, they're children.
Yeah.
They're children.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, damn, dude, you're willing to oh, that experiment failed. Like, damn, dude. It's like crumple it up like paper and like, damn, that's you. Oh, it's terrible.
I did have a question about the Grisha thing though. Do you guys still think he's a bad dad, even though were those really his actions and thoughts for what he decided to do? Because it technically wasn't.
Well,
because he was on my list initially too. But then I was like,
his kids for a means to an end, like initially, like with Zeke, like using him just to get back at the oppressive government there, right?
Yeah.
And then just having Aaron and not just like
the initial
Eric
part,
said, like Eric said, like the whole like Grisha knew what he unleashed, what he started.
Mm-hmm.
And that Marley is, using them to take out the people here, and just like picks up his briefcase and goes TDY, right? And like these monsters attack break the wall, it just uses that emotional damage to fuel Aaron to become this genocidal maniac, right? To just do what he did. Right. I mean, Aaron was so wild, he ended up talking Grisha into doing wild shit, like
that's why I was like, is it really all him or
when
Aaron
he
turned into what he did because of Grisha.
Yeah,
like if Grisha was there, Aaron would not have went full fucking F these kids like he did.
I mean, if you were Aaron's dad,
someone who's team Aaron, I'm team Aaron, and for me to be like, Aaron did cross the line a little bit, but he was pushed that way. Like he had no choice. Like if I was in Aaron's shoes and this Titan just ate my mom, and I'm believing at first it's us against Titans. Then I find out my dad had something to do with this. And then there's a whole country over here who's sending these things over here to fuck with us. Yes, I'm going to take them out by any means. I'm going to do everything I need to do for one, revenge, and two, to protect, in his mind, his homeland.
Yeah.
And he got a little carried away.
I feel like Grisha's when he gave Aaron the injection. He gave Aaron the injection.
More than half the population.
Was when I felt like, even though he says he's hoping that he'll, he's hoping for the best, but it's the only way, and then he gives him the injection. Okay, your son just watched these creatures eat his mom, and you're gonna turn him into one of them, and you don't think that his brain's gonna freaking fracture? I mean, dude. if he had that power, if he had that syringe, which we know he had, okay, he had the ability to do that before the Titans came and broke the wall. Why did he choose afterward to change his son into a Titan? He could have used that beforehand to turn himself into what Aaron became to face those Titans before they broke the wall. If he cared at all about his wife, his son, and his adopted daughter. He didn't care. Not enough to, I mean, he didn't love them, obviously, because he dipped on her when he knew so much about the Titans and that they were going to eventually get there. And he was still okay with just, all right, I'm going to go. You guys have a good one. Maybe someday I'll bring you down the cellar, boy. Later. It's like in the middle of a catastrophe that took your wife's life while she tried to save your kids. Like, wow, dude. And then you dip on everyone for a while. You're just like, whatever.
Yeah.
He's a piece of crap, dude.
Picked up that suitcase and left. I'm just like, oh, he knows what the fuck's about to go down.
Yeah.
One dad though that I forgot that I had on my list. I forgot to say, and I don't know if you guys watched Code Geass, but Charles Z. Britannia, the dad of Lelouch and Nunnally, which is his sister, that dude sucks. He's so bad. He's the leader of Britannia and like wants this empire to be the way he wants it to be. And if there's anybody that like has like a disability or some type of way, which not only is blind and disabled, he's like, yeah, you're blind and disabled. You're not a part of this family. And he just tosses her aside. And he's like, I don't want anything to do with them. And then he constantly like manipulates like his children to like fight each other and kill each other until he has the most perfect like whatever world that he wants. It's been a while since I've seen it, so I had to like do some research to remember. But like the amount of, and you find out later too, a lot of manipulation that he does, especially with like their mom and like what he did and like to his siblings. That guy sucks too. I completely forgot to like include him. He's a terrible person.
Yeah, there's a lot.
So those are our picks for best dads and worst dads in anime.
Bad dads.
It's bad dads.
The bad dads.
So if you're watching, listening, feel free to stop by, drop your choices in the comments. We've had several in here. We've had Nobuyuki Masaki from Tenchi Mayu's Muyo. Yep. Like you mentioned earlier, Krista was in here and she mentioned the priest from what you call it,
Blue Exorcist,
Shiro Fujimoto, which he's solid as well. Adopted those two kids, whose father was legit Satan, and he's like, I will raise these children, even though their dad is Satan, to the point where they looked at him as a father, and refused to accept Satan as their dad. So. A lot of good dads out there, a lot of bad dads out there. Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. But like we talked about, big thing we want to mention or discuss is shows that we feel did a disservice to their original source. So great mangas that ended up being bad animes. Doing the research and everything. I know you had one, Eric. Which one is the one that you're leaning towards?
Okay, so the one that I missed that spot right there. Okay, so I did a lot of looking into them, and one that stood out to me only because it's probably like I'd never read the manga, but I understand because I watched the series as it's released was Hellsing, the original release of the series. It's very broken in parts that just, and then I've never read the manga, but I can see, I mean, from what I understand and the comparisons that have been thrown out and found in the research is they did much better when they re-released Hellsing as making it easier to follow because they went back to the source material and followed it more. So Hellsing Hellsing is the one that I picked because of the fact that it took a whole re-release in order for it to even make sense or get. And I think that the good outcome is that the creators went and, you know, they're like, hey, we need to go back to the source material, to the actual originators, and find out how we can share this wonderful series in a better way. And the answer was simple. We just share it as closely to the source material as possible. And when they did, it's now become, you know, a staple. Everybody who, you know, old school animes or vampire animes, they love it. So Hellsing was that for me. I saw a couple honorable mentions, and you know, but I feel like that one is the example that we were looking for, plus the correction. So that's what I went with.
All right, Jackie, what you got?
I go on a tangent about this anime all the time, and I'm just gonna talk about it anyways.
Do it.
Uzumaki can suck a dick. And
What?
specifically, Jason DeMarco can suck a dick.
Uzumaki?
Because
what?
Jason DeMarco was the freaking executive producer.
So real
of
quick,
that
real quick. So CJ, Nightmares and Nerdscapes, he was just like, hey, wonder if you guys want to come on and talk about, because you know he does the horror thing. Hey, Uzumaki horror anime just came out. Want to know if you guys want to come on the show and talk about it. I'm like, it's a tough watch. And he thought I meant it was tough as far as like the visuals were gruesome and stuff.
No.
I was like, no, after the first episode, it's a tough watch. Like, it's hard to watch. So then he watches it and he comes back and he's like, yeah, let's not do that.
Yeah. I told him that Jackie will have a lot to say about it, but it won't be good.
If you want anybody on the show to talk about that, Jack Attack is where it's at.
Yeah.
Dude, the Junji Ito collection is solid. Just like CJ's talking about. Like, it's really great. Read the things. There is on Netflix. Junji Ito had like a Netflix special with some of their horror stories. Those are like pretty good too.
Mm-hmm.
Really great, really creepy, makes you feel uncomfortable. It's awesome. Uzumaki, I don't watch a lot of horror animes, and for some reason this year I was like, I'm so ready. Or when it came out last year, sorry. I was so ready to like, I want to start watching horror animes. Like, I'm such a sissy when it comes to like scary stuff, and I'm like, I just want to do it. I just want to do animes, see if I can do it. First episode came out. Steven and I were like, hell yeah, this is sick. This is so weird. This is so uncomfortable. I love it. And then we were getting ready for episode 2, and we didn't watch it when it came out, and everyone was posting about it, about this terrible animation. And I was like, well, maybe it's just like a scene or two, you know, like some animes.
It's gotta be.
We just gotta see it for ourselves. You know, but some people shared some clips, and I was like, fuck. I was like, all right, we're gonna watch this anyways. We're just gonna go on this journey. I never laughed, and also was so dumbfounded at the same time. Like, I was like, what the fuck is going on? Why is this happening? Why are they sliding across the sand? I don't understand. Also, why is this bitch's face look like that? It's like so bad.
It's such a big production too. I mean, it's released on Max. You would think that with that kind of budget, you're just like, how?
Well, what happened was, and I had to like re-look at it because I stopped because I was so angry. Last time we talked about this, I just shut it out of my mind because I was like, I don't want to talk about this shit anymore.
I don't even think it's mediocre.
Anxiety. It's not mediocre. It's the first episode is the only thing that is like top tier animation, super great. And the rest of it is just a bag of like 50 people's different smells of fart that they tied up. And they're like, you ready to like eat some strawberries? And you're ready for strawberries. And it's just open ass in your face. You were not expecting that. You're
Yeah.
like, what is this? What is this? And it keeps coming and it gets worse and it fills up the whole room. And you're like, I can't do this anymore. And you start throwing up because you're anxious. And you're like, this is so bad. It's so bad. I was so upset. I was like so looking forward to it, and I had read like a little bit of the manga. Like my goal is still to go back, but I've been so upset about the production. I haven't gone back to like read it because I just
What
like
was the director's name again?
Jason DeMarco. And then so they never confirmed the rumors, but there's a lot of rumors that they changed directors, and they changed it for a more incompetent one, I guess, and that's why I went to shit. Also, these people are idiots. They like came up with the first episode. They're like, I didn't realize this is gonna cost this much to do this. And I'm just like, are you kidding me? And also, you were only gonna have 4 episodes. What are we talking about? Like, why did you not budget for 4 episodes? So they spent all their money on episode 1, and they're like, well, we don't have enough, and this is stupid. I don't like how much this costs, and they gave up. And then that's when they got the new director, and then the guy's like, just put whatever you gotta do out there because we told everyone we're gonna put episodes out, so we're gonna do it. And I'm like, you should have just canceled it. Why'd you do that? Like, what bothers me the most out of all the animes that veer off of source material, like there's a lot. Like other one on here is like Tokyo Ghoul, right? Like I love Tokyo Ghoul. First 2 seasons were great. Found out though that a lot of people had some gripes about it because it didn't also follow with some of the manga, and they censored a lot of shit on the anime compared to like what was in the manga, which sucks. Then they came out Tokyo Re, and I watched the first 3 episodes. I was like, what the hell is going on? I had no idea. They didn't explain shit, and then it's because they went completely away from the manga, and then they don't explain anything or go back to it to the last 2 episodes. You're like, why did you do this? This was a waste of my time. So I didn't even watch it. Because that's what I looked up, and I was like, I'm not watching this. This is stupid.
Yeah, I didn't even know that's what that was.
Yeah, Tokyo Re is like not technically a part of the manga. It's just they just decided to be like, I want to follow my heart with how I feel this should go. It's like, you're dumb because now everyone hates you. So Tokyo Ghoul is up there too, but at least like and also the animation style did kind of take a downturn as well for Tokyo Re, but not like Uzumaki. Like that was just a complete slap in the face to the creator, to Junji Ito, everything. Like, dude, you were like, Junji Ito, who's that? My name's James DeMarco. This is what I got right here. Watch them glide across the sand. It's like, what the I'm still so mad about that. That's such a disrespect. People can probably talk about the new anime that dropped, which is it's the one that just dropped. The animation style is really bad that people are looking forward to.
The beginning and the end.
Thank you.
T-Bates.
I haven't even watched it.
I haven't even. What is
I
it?
was looking forward to it, but everyone's like, "Yo, this is also like
the beginning and the end." Like the web novel.
Yeah.
Did gangbusters. Like very highly
mostly
rated.
super great. Like it's an awesome
people
story.
are saying when it comes to the isekai, like this is the best they've read. Like the power scaling, the way abilities work and everything. They're just like, bro, wait until this comes out. Legit, people at my job, yo, wait until this drops. It's gonna change the game. And then the first few episodes came out, and these guys were coming back to me, like I said, hey man, like it's not supposed to be like
that is literally how I felt with Uzumaki. I was like, bro, I told you guys, I was like, guys, remember,
I would say
show
Uzumaki would be the bigger upset because the beginning and the end, first episode animation, people are just like, what the fuck is this? Uzumaki's first episode, you're like, this is about to be an event.
It was crazy. It was like one of the best things ever. Everyone's like, yo, this is like gonna break the internet. Yeah, it broke the internet. It sure fucking did. For being one of the worst things in the entire world.
Absolutely. It became a meme.
Yeah.
After everything became a meme after that. And coming off the tail end of Ninja Kamui, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, well, Max is fucking it up. And now Lazarus is out, which is solid. but I think people are just like, I don't think HBO Max can do anime. So, they just kind of, I think that may have led to why Lazarus is probably getting these mid reviews and whatnot. But it is light years better than both Ninja Kamui, even though Ninja Kamui did win Best Original Anime. But Uzumaki, 100% do not watch. Read, like Jackie said, reading is fundamental. Read this one.
Yeah, and like it sucks. It's tough. I just when you said whatever does a disservice, I was like, I
Right.
already know what I'm talking
100%. You're like,
there is a lot more out there. Like what you brought up with Hellsing is a good one too. It's just that one was just so mind-boggling. Like because like Hellsing was back in the day, right? But like Uzumaki was just like a year ago. You have technology and all the things at your disposal. You know what everyone likes to see,
and they could have made it. They could have made amends or corrected it. But
I just can't believe Adult Swim was like, yeah, I agree. We should air this.
Well, we already paid
What
for it.
crack are you smoking, dude? Like,
I mean, look at
yeah, y'all. They had to be on some mushrooms, man, to be like, yo, look at them sliding across the sand, yo.
Max bought the rights to use Toonami as their anime platform. I'm guessing because
I don't know if they bought the rights.
Because Lazarus is Toonami, but it's it only shows on Max.
Cartoon Network is under the same company that Max has.
Okay.
Like they have Discovery, Warner, Cartoon
That's
Network.
why Warner. Okay. If they own Warner, they own Cartoon Network.
They're all just a part from what I'm reading right now. It says they're all just both part of Warner Bros, I guess is what it's saying. So that's why Max will stream some shows that are associated with or aired on Toonami, is what I'm reading. I don't know if that's correct. It's because Toonami is a programming block on Adult Swim, which is owned by Warner Bros. Discovery. Max is the streaming service of Warner Bros. Discovery. So
okay,
that's why
I figured. That's because I keep seeing Toonami stuff being pushed up like more like Max is realizing that their name associated with some terrible animes that they botched is not good for the future of that. So when you were saying like, is Max going to continue with the anime? I think in the future, that's why they pushed with Lazarus that it's being released solely with Toonami, because they don't want, the same, people will be like, oh, that's like Ninja Kamui. It's like, what?
Like, hey guys, we're not like those other guys that like produce that. We have good stuff. I promise. Here's
or they could be going with maybe maybe they made a team that's more anime knowledgeable, and they're like, hey, you guys got to take this because we let someone else run with it, and they approached it like Hollywood studios do instead of approaching it like anime studios do, which I don't know how to word that better, but you get a big time Hollywood kind of, directors and stuff to release stuff that, they're used to going over budget and asking for more, or, emphasis on this, and, trying to do the ads instead of the actual, meat of the story. They're like, oh, because I mean, look at it. It's how many times you've been burnt by a movie where the advertisements, the trailers were dope, and you're like, oh wow, and then you get to the movie and you're like, wow, they showed us everything that was dope in that 2-minute trailer, and now I'm watching this garbage. So I mean, I feel like that's what they did with those shows, is they pushed it out there, got you excited like they did with Hollywood movies. Here you go, look what we got. And then they showed you the best of what they had, and then when you watched it, you're like, you guys spent all your time on that, didn't you?
Mm.
So,
yeah.
I mean,
but yeah, that's my number one pick for that, because that still to this day pisses me
off. So for me, it came down to kind of like two major ones. So I will just say the honorable mention for me is 7 Deadly Sins. The manga is complete, 41 volumes, 364 chapters, all of that stuff. Great story. Seasons 1 and 2, Netflix had the exclusive rights to that. And I mean, the stock was high, animation was good, fights were amazing. Fan service was a little mucho, like to the point where I'm just like, bro, this dude is like low-key a creep. But the character, I mean, it was like, it was doing gangbusters. seasons 1 and 2 come through. Season 3 drops new animation, decrease in the quality of animation, almost to the likes of Uzumaki, where the first episode is so great, and then you're just like, what the hell is going on? That's exactly season 3 moving forward was just ass.
Fell off.
So you mix the lack of quality of animation with the fast forwarding pace, like you're skipping arcs and stories that are in the manga. The pacing of the anime just went breakneck, and people just started falling off. Like people just stopped giving a fuck about it, to the point where I don't think anybody talks about the ending of Seven Deadly Sins. Like they talk about the beginning, they talk about Escanor when they're fighting the 10 Commandments, they talk about all the good stuff from season 1 and 2. Yeah. And then season 3, you ask somebody about season 4 of Seven Deadly Sins. Like there's a fourth, you know. And then you go on Netflix, you're like, God damn, there's like 7 seasons of shit. The fuck's going on? What have I been doing? You know? But that's an honorable mention only because, and I blame you, Jackie, because I think I was TDY and you're like, you have to check out this anime called The Promised Neverland. And good. I was on my big shonen. Everything's shonen. If it ain't shonen, I don't want it. She was like, check this out. I check it out and I'm I'm TDY, so I'm watching on my phone. And I'm just like, me and my phone like this all night. Wow. Watching this shit. Just
yeah, I think I didn't even tell you like what it was about. I was like, you just gotta watch it.
I got it propped up with the phone on the pillow, and I'm just sitting there like, skip credits. Skip credits. Next episode. Keep feeding me. Feed me. Season 1 of Promised Neverland. And the manga, like the first part of the manga, the first arc where they escape the orphanage. I swear to God, the twists and turns, the who, what, this, that, and the third. Excellent. When these kids finally break out and get out of there, you're just like, yes, you know. So season 1's over. You know me, I'm just like, I need to know what the fuck's going on. I read the manga. I'm just like, blah, 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 blah. And they're just like, season 2 coming, and I'm telling people, I'm just like the beginning and the end. I'm telling people, yo,
check it out.
Hey, get on this now. Get in on this. And they go watch season 1, and they come back. They're just like, yo, this shit's about to be dope. And season 2 comes out, and the first couple episodes, I'm like, oh, all right, you know, okay. Little did I know that they were trying to, the manga is 181 chapters. The Promised Neverland is a completed anime in two seasons. They rushed so much story into season 2 where it became like incomprehensible. Like I could, like, if I was somebody who didn't read the manga, I'd be like, what the fuck is going on right now?
Yeah, I didn't watch season 2 because of everything else that everyone said, and especially you. Yeah. So I was like, I'm not even gonna waste my time. I'm not gonna watch it.
Absolutely not. Like, and you're excited because they get out and then they get to meet the aliens, the monsters that have invaded Earth and are eating the kids and stuff. So they meet some, there's some like character development and stuff, and you're just like, oh man, wait till you get to this part, and you're just, what do you guys, to the point where they rushed it so much. The last episode, they just use like a slideshow to cover several chapters of the manga to wrap it up.
Are you serious?
They just narrate over. It's just narrative with stills that are just like fucking slide showing across the screen, and then they're just like, Finn, like, that's the story. I have never in my life been so upset with with the anime that I've read the manga completely through. People have mentioned what did they mention? Fucking, you said Tokyo Ghoul. That one's a popular one.
Yeah.
Soul Eater's another popular one.
That's it. Yeah, Soul Eater.
I have other ones too.
But I didn't read the manga for Soul Eater. So I liked Soul Eater as an anime. The ending, I was just like, that's kind of lame. But I never read the manga, so I couldn't be as invested as I am in Promised Neverland. Like I said, 181 chapters. and you're talking about 2 seasons and your shit's done. Like, don't
Yeah.
you don't fucking do that shit.
It has to be the director because
Why
I
would you want
forgot that
that?
it was Cloverworks that was the studio for Promised Neverland, and I'm looking at like all of the animes that they made, and so I'm like, this doesn't make any sense because they made Wonder Egg Priority, Horimiya, which is a fantastic romance comedy anime, Darling in the Franxx, Bocchi the Rock, My Dress Up Darling, Spy Family,
Yeah. Mhm.
Well, my question is, why would they want to speed through and lose content unless they didn't have a plan to go beyond the second season? So is an exclusive only released to to one streaming company that didn't want another season? What? I mean,
I don't
if
know.
you're gonna,
There's rumors of them picking up too much for the animation company, so they're just like, let's wrap this up so some of our animators can work on other stuff. Which, like, I don't know how the deal between the actual publishing company that publishes the manga and the actual animation studio, like if they in the contract, hey, we got to you got to at least do this many seasons or X, Y, and Z or whatever.
yeah.
But like I said, man, you can't do it's like trying to do and we've all seen it, like trying to do the Dark Phoenix saga in one movie. Like,
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
retarded.
you can't do that, or you're gonna end up with a shit movie. Both times you tried it, the movie
Both,
was
yep.
ass. Agama
Like a
got
part
killed.
1, part 2.
Yeah, Agama got killed is also
Mhm.
one of the
Yeah,
ones.
season 2 I heard was like up there, which it's been a while since I saw Kame got killed, so I cannot remember. But I never remembered not enjoying it, so I guess like I
No,
have
I
to
never
go
read
back
the
and
manga, so
neither
people are
did
saying
I.
Yeah.
the deaths in the anime. If you never read the manga, the deaths in the anime, you're just like, oh my god, like everyone, you're just like, no, not
Yeah.
her. But they're saying the deaths in the manga were more meaningful. You know, like they just didn't.
Oh,
You know,
I thought it
so
was
it's
still very
no.
meaningful in the anime, so I don't know.
I was like, is there only 24 episodes? Do I not get closure? Is there not, like, the gang's gone? Night Raid's
Yeah.
gone? Like, shit. The ending apparently is different. I know
Oh.
the manga or the anime, you know, they freeze like, we'll be together forever now because we're both, you know, frozen or whatever. And in the manga it didn't end like that. But the other one, and I'm surprised, like, I thought you were gonna do it, Eric, but Berserk, Jesus Christ.
Oh, I
Yeah,
know.
I
read.
also thought you were gonna say Berserk.
I was.
Because Berserk 2016 was literally up there too when I was researching.
Yeah,
about it.
it was on my list, but I was just
I feel like your Berserk is my Uzumaki.
yeah, I
Bro-
love it. I
The
love
golden-
Berserk.
Oh, the if you can watch the Berserk from the what was it 90 or whatever it was, please go watch the hand drawn Berserk. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Anything CGI, stay away from it. But yeah, so like I said, the overwhelming kind of mehness of the beginning and the end is kind of what drew us to talk about anime that did a disservice to their source material. So from Jackie, obviously Uzumaki is not her cup of tea. We got Hellsing from EJ, and then for me, Promise Neverland. Take it from all of us. Just go read the manga of these ones if you want. If you want,
Always
story.
read. Always read.
And I'm big on, like, I'll watch it, and if I love it, and I'm like, what happens next? Bam, I read the manga. But
Yeah.
let us warn you now, like, don't get too invested in these ones. If you watch season 1 of Promised Neverland, you will swear that this will go down as one of the best.
If you want a good laugh, watch Uzumaki.
Yeah.
If you want,
I mean, at the same time, it's one of those things to be careful if you're an anime fan of.
Sucks.
Of,
I think that's the one thing that sucks about being an anime fan, and also when you read manga too, is like what we were talking about. Like you're like, yo, I've been reading this book, like Solo Leveling, for example. A lot of us read that way before it was even going to become an adaptation, and then it was, and so like I was super excited, but then of course you get all those freaking people that are like, watch, and just overhype it, and then now you're dealing with what you're dealing with right now with some of it. But it's like same thing with like this anime that's coming up in July. It's called the like Fragrant Flower Blooms in gosh, I always forget it's called, but I've been reading the manga before it comes out.
The fragrant
And
flower
it's
blooms with dignity.
thank you. I've been reading it because I'm a sucker for romance animes. I've been feeling like there hasn't been like a lot of true ones lately, but they have been coming out with a lot the past few months, which has been really nice, and I've been loving it.
Uh-huh.
This one's good, and I just really hope that the anime like does it justice because it's a very nice, like refreshing type, and the characters are really likable. I really like it a lot. I'm like really far in the manga right now.
Nice. Well, Jackie, you are the queen of segues tonight because speaking of
Sorry.
anime coming out in July,
and July.
to talk about what to put on your radar as we each give you, like we said, we're going to be eating good in July. We're going to each give you one anime from what is coming down the pipe that we're just like, this is the one I'm cued in on. So without further ado, it's been a minute since we did this segment. This is put this on your radar. July is upon us. We have continuations galore, new anime that have been heavily anticipated since late 2024. Summer is upon us. The heat is here. And we here at Eat the Cake, we've been talking about it. We've done a whole episode about the full year of 2025, which, if you go back and listen to that one, a lot of our picks were coming from the summer. So, with that being said, Eric, let me just throw out a list of things we got coming up. July 1st, Rent a Girlfriend season 4, Detective Days Are Crazy, all of that stuff. Big day, July 3rd, Dan to Dan season 2 comes out in Japan. I think we don't get it until the 6th, which should be either that Sunday or something on Crunchyroll. But that first week of July, Dan to Dan season 2 will be coming out. For me, July 4th over there in Japan, Call of the Night season 2, which is a pretty good vampire kind of slice of life anime that Creepy Nuts did. And I think they're doing the intro for season 2 as well, from what I read. So if you're a fan
that
of
opening of Call of the Night is
prepare for more heat from our boys. July 5th, there's a lot. The one that Jackie was talking about, the fragrant flower that blooms with dignity, and so forth and so on. So it's a lot of stuff. You got season 4, Rising of the Shield Hero. You got Dr. Stone, Science Future Part 2. What else we got?
Gachia Kuta.
Oh yeah,
That one. That
July.
one's a good one coming out.
So Togenaki, bro. The list goes on.
Yeah, I was about to say that one. Yeah.
The list goes on and on. All right, Eric. Which the one that's catching your eye? You're like, I need to get in on.
Okay, so sticking with my theme of recent picks or stuff that I've been putting out on the radar, there is it's another Chinese anime.
Okay.
This one is Lord of Mysteries. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the Chinese because I'll do worse than I do with the Japanese. Basically, it looks beautiful. I love the setting because it's a Victorian era kind of steampunk feel to it, but you kind of get that the occult horror vibe with it as well. But I mean, you've got, just from the clips that I've seen, it's something that I feel we should check out, especially with the success of other ones we've seen or we've discussed recently, like To Be Hero X, coming out and just surprising everybody with the quality. I'm hoping that they stick with that same level of quality with this. But I like the setting; it looks interesting. And my runner-up or honorable mention is the summer that Hikaru died.
Oh, you took mine.
Oh,
Nice.
no, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Go ahead, talk about it.
No, I'll let you talk about it. But anyway, that's
No,
my
go ahead because
honorable
I have
mention.
others. Go ahead, talk about it.
That's my honorable mention. Well, I just it's a mystery. It involves two best friends, basically like inseparable growing up. One summer, the friend goes on a trip up the mountain. When they come back, they're just really different. And basically it centers around the events that and what's going on, what happened, what happened to my friend. So it's definitely interesting. I picked those two because it wasn't just the run-of-the-mill as well. Like I know we've had a lot of heavy action as far as like Solo Leveling, To Be Hero X, a lot of heavy action. I'm not seeing the same level of heavy action, but I do like the art and stuff seems to be on point.
Yep. For me, hey, I'm gonna be that otaku, and I'm just like, bro, give me that action, bro. Like looking at the trailers, like I said, Gachi Akuta, that one looks amazing. Studio Bones, the art, the kind of the concept of it. Looking at that trailer, I'm just like, bro, I need to see this story unfold. Like I want one of those where I'm like, I'm hoping this is good. Like the hype that I put on myself, because I try not to go into things too overhyped because I only get let down, you know.
For real.
And it crushes me. So I'm looking at this one and I'm just like, dude, make this one work. The Togen Anki, I'm looking forward to that one too. That one, that trailer looks super dope. And I'm not gonna lie, man. Kaiju number 8, season 2.
I know, man. It's
July 19th. July 19th, man.
I'm stoked. I can't wait.
Yep. I have been hearing things, and also Leviathan is Thursday on July 10th.
Yep.
Which EJ kind of put us on. Sakamoto Days, that's July 14th. I'm hoping that it does a better job with the pacing in the manga. Because I think, who did we talk to? Was that Amanda that we talked to about the pacing of that one? That was kind of
it was. Yeah.
The hype for Sakamoto Days was high, and I know Netflix isn't the one doing the animation. They're just paying to have the rights to stream it. Hopefully they're applying some kind of, I don't know what they've done. Obviously it's already completed, so we'll see how this rolls out. But hopefully they do a better job sticking closer to the manga, because that's what everybody fell in love with. And they're not going to fuck around and do that pacing thing that takes the original fans away from it. Because as of now, I don't see any new fans that are just fans of the anime sticking with it. It's more of the fans who have read the manga, and they're just like, I know it gets better. Please get it better. So
yeah,
fingers crossed for that. But Jackie, what you got coming on your radar for July?
So I have a few, and I've been adding it to my like Annie list,
Yep.
So one of the ones we haven't talked about yet, because I'm on the same page as everything that you guys said about all the animes. But the one that I'm hoping is really good is it's called Hell Teacher Jigoku Sensei Nube. And it's basically about this. So I'm trying to get the synopsis, but it's basically about this teacher. Like it says, what seems like a normal day at an elementary school is disrupted by some weird phenomenon, usually targeting one of his own students. So he's he's forced into action. Most often using the power of the demon's hand to assist in solving the problem, but occasionally the solution lies either in another of his spiritual weapons or somehow reasoning with or appeasing the threatening entity. By the end, things always seem to get back to normal, with Nube and his students having learned something from the experience. So it seems like it has some like horror, supernatural elements, but maybe there's a little bit of comedic. It's an action. Oh, I'm glad that I said comedic, because it's action, comedy, horror, and dark fantasy. Which love all of that. Gives me Dan to Dan vibes a little bit, but then add Jujutsu Kaisen vibes into it. So it says that most of the series retains an episodic formula for going an overarching storyline in favor of more character-driven action, although there are several reoccurring antagonists throughout, as well as some longer story arcs towards the end of the series. So seems like it's going to be a fun one. And probably enjoyable. If anyone's ever watched Assassination Classroom, that also reminds me of that, reading the plot. That's a good one too. Another one that's coming out on July 6th is City the Animation. I have no idea what this anime is going to be about, but the poster for it looks really cool. And it's literally just a bunch of sophomores and a freshman as they navigate their lives within the populace in the city called City. That's all it's called. So I think it's more of like a slice of life. Yeah, slice of life surreal comedy. So it
What is it
helps
called again? City what?
City the
City the animation. It just looks the animation looks really cool. Kind of looks like a cartoon comic a little bit. And it just looks like do you guys ever watch, oh my god, what was that crazy anime back in the day in the 2000s?
all of them.
I know, like there's a specific anime that it looks like this type of animation. Um that's also just like it's just stupid comedy basically all the time. So I'm hoping that this one is going to be like a fun chill watch that's just like uh different looking, especially with the animation. So I'm like looking forward to those two on top of like everything else that you guys said. And then I'm trying to look at like my other because there was another one that you guys didn't say. Oh, Go Go Loser Ranger season 2 is coming out. And also there's this movie. That's what it is. Oh no, not this movie. There's another one. It's called Dekken no Mogura, the Earthbound Mole.
Yeah, CJ's
And
asked about that one.
okay, sorry, I didn't know if you didn't
No,
say
no.
that one.
I think it's it comes out next
Yeah, it's in a
month.
week.
Yeah.
And then of course my favorite, and I have to put this out there, Nyat of the Living Cat. About all the cats that are going after all the humans. I
It
cannot
looks
wait.
hilarious. I can't wait.
So hope that this anime.
I had a
is
question
like-
for both of you as far as Chainsaw Man season 2. When does that come? I keep seeing
It's
stuff, but
supposed to
I'm.
be a movie, and it's not coming out till September.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Same time as is that a US release September? Or a Japanese release? Because in Japan, they will be eating excellent because they are also getting the first movie in
October in Japan.
So,
Hell's
like,
Paired, or sorry, I don't know what the
next year
USA
for
date
us,
is.
then I'm assuming.
Mm.
Because
No.
they're getting the first movie in the Demon or the Infinity Castle saga.
Oh no,
for
October
Demon
29th. So apparently the
Chainsaw?
Japanese theatrical release is September 19th, 2025, and then the US release is October 29th, 2025. That's what I'm reading right now.
Okay. That's cool.
That's
then.
why I was
That's-
confused.
that's sick.
I was slightly confused by the different listings on stuff. It's like,
No, so there's
Yeah,
a
United States, October 29th. That's sick. What a great Halloween weekend.
are than the US because Japan gets Demon Slayer first movie next month. We get it in
Yeah,
September.
I'm so jealous.
yeah.
But please believe I will be there. Bells on. And even if I can by alternative means come across the Japanese release with some subtitles, I will gladly watch it.
Oh yeah, because that's how you watch the
Did the Mugen Train, hey, with COVID. Cried
Why-
the COVID.
What do you
And
guys think of that? As far as like it seems to be a growing trend of they'll do a season or two and then they will release a movie. Is
Well, I
that
don't
just a,
like if the movie is covering a legit arc in the manga, I'm all for it because like with JJK, they kind of did it reverse, if you will.
Yeah.
So they did the first season and then the movie was the prequel to the first season. And then the weird thing is the first 4 episodes of season 2 were actually the prequel
yeah.
to the movie. So
Yeah.
as long as it's all canon,
It's
Yeah,
strange
as
how
long-
they did it, but when you do watch it, it kind of like you can follow it. Like it doesn't like not make sense. So you're like, oh, cool. You get to go back in
Just-
time a little bit and see their life, and then you go back to normal time. You're like, oh, this is
yeah?
sick.
It just was
Also, that opening
JJK
is
and
fire.
with Demon Slayer and Dan to
Bullet,
Dan. They
Bullet,
all seem to be
okay.
going this route of wanting to release, in movie theaters. And I mean, I'm sure that that's for the profit as well. I mean, but I'm just wondering, like, do you feel like that affects the continuity of it or the Because I mean, you take something that we're used to it being 12 episodes, and instead you're going to get 2.5 hours.
No, because like they're first of all, they're making a shit ton of money of the people that are going to the movies. They're already got like their money in their contract with Crunchyroll and whoever else they have to put it out there. So the fact that they're putting in the movies, also they're making more money doing that
Yeah.
because it's already there. And just like I did when I watched shows in the movie theaters, I rewatched it when it got released
Mhm.
on
Yeah.
Crunchyroll because I love it so much. Like if I go to a movie if I go to the movie theaters to watch an anime like that and I know it's just like the first couple episodes, like I love that anime and I'm gonna watch it again.
Yeah. So, bro, I had no problem with going to the movies watching Demon Slayer movie train arc because it captured that whole arc in one sit through. You know, it's not like chopping it up, you know, boom, boom, boom. Same thing with JJK, and I don't even think they did that one because when season 2 of Demon Slayer started, they had some additional episodes that added some value or some like added backstory when it comes to Rengoku and his upbringing and stuff before they got into the train and all of that stuff. So it wasn't like watching the movie.
Yeah.
I'm seeing Rengoku. You're just like, I've seen this guy kind of go through what he went through as a kid to get to where he's at. So I'm like Jackie said, it's a money move. Yes, 100%. But when Ufotable is putting that kind of money into its weekly series and they get to sit down and cook for a few months and cook up somebody was like, oh, the first movie's 2.5 hours. I'm like, bro, I sat through 3.5 hours of Endgame. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm watching
yeah.
Lord of the Rings right now for the first time and I'm sitting through it.
like,
and
bro,
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings is rolling through here. Like, and people sat and watched, bro, chill. We're good. 2.5
I
hours.
mean,
You can't
dude,
sit through it,
when
then
it's
whatever.
worth it, you don't even notice the time. You know, I mean, you brought up Endgame, the whole Infinity War and Endgame. You're just like,
Yes.
or Lord of the Rings, like Jackie said, when the story is that good,
You get mad when the credits show up. You're just like, what the
yeah,
fuck?
you're like, what?
Yeah.
I could have done 3 more hours.
Yeah.
You're just like, all right. Well, it has been 3 hours. Shit. Like,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
but
I mean, I guess I'm just so used to, you know, episodes and seasons and following it in that manner. You know, like it used to be, and I know I'm going like one of those anime movies sucked. Okay, like Escaflowne. If you ever want to watch anything about Escaflowne, do not watch the movie. It makes absolutely no sense. It's 2 hours for a series. It was like, you know, I don't know how many episodes long. You have no idea what's going on. There's fights going on, and then you're like, I like that guy, I guess, sort of.
CJ.
But you know, back if you look at a lot of the old ones, the movies weren't the go-to, and a lot of them flopped. You know, that's why I'm kind of like they're going and trying it again, and I'm like, this way though, it seems to be working really good now. When before people would get upset because you're like, the movie is nothing like the series or the manga. It's completely different.
If the movie is adding to the story, then yes. That's why the My Hero movies, they don't really do well in the States.
Same
They
thing with
probably do gangbusters, Bleach movies, all of those things. We're probably doing gangbusters in Japan, but here in the West is just like, the fuck is going on? Like, like I took
you
the
have
kids
to just
to the
really
first-
love that anime to want to watch something that's completely irrelevant.
Yeah. I took my kids to watch the first My Hero movie that came out. I think when they went to like Island, and like when they were winding up the first season, like they kind of hinted towards it in the show, like, hey, I've got to go to Island. I want to take you with me, Deco. And I'm just like, oh shit, is this this is before I read the manga. And then you read the manga, you're like, oh, this is filler. So each movie is like 2 hours of filler. You know, nothing that happens there is going to affect the canon storyline. So you're just like Jackie said, if you're a fan of the characters, like My Hero movies, they're going to give you a dope ass fight scene. Like the ending fight, they're going to go balls to the wall, unlock new quirks and shit. You're going to be like, oh shit, this is, but then
and you'll never see those quirks again.
Because the one that really pissed me and my daughter off was the second My Hero movie when they went to some camp, and the whole thing is like Deku's quirk is like transferred like via DNA, like hair, blood, like so. Uh, what's his name? Fucking Bakugo. Like he gets hurt, right? And they're just like, oh, you have to give him whatever, like give him your quirk. He'll be able. So Deku, like, they're both bleeding. So like he puts his bloody hand on like Bakugo, and Bakugo gets all for one, right? So he's overpowered. And Deku can still use all for one for a bit, right? So they're both going all the fuck out, all for 100%. Like the animation is crazy stupid. I'm just like, yo, this is dope. And then like they pass out, and I'm just like, well, now Deku doesn't have all for one anymore, or one for all anymore, because he just passed it on to the next person. And then like at the end, they're just like, oh, this is unbelievable. We never seen this before. This is one of the rare chances where he doesn't lose his power, but Bakugo will lose it. And then I'm like, oh my God. Like, and my daughter was just like, this is stupid, and I'm just like,
it's like, why did they just
so like it's a cash grab. Like movies like that are cash grabs, right? But
I will say, so Kenpachi and CJ are talking about DBZ movies right now. I haven't watched them in Japanese dub, but those are some movies though that I thought were actually pretty good.
Oh yeah.
That didn't
but
really,
like you go and you're just like, these are good. Like I feel like these could be canon. Like the Brawly one, I'm just like, yo, this shit is getting intense,
It's
but
sick.
yeah, you're right for the most part. But I think Demon Slayer, JJK, and hopefully the Demon Slayer movies will kind of help companies and studios realize like, hey, if we have an arc that's like only X amount of chapters long, we could probably just do a movie and knock that out, and then focus.
And they still will make a shit ton of money for it.
And I mean, it makes sense the way they're doing it, because they're making it fit into the series, making it fit in, whereas the older way just was like trying to recap the whole series in a 2-hour movie, which sucked.
Yeah.
So it's a much better approach. I'm just, I guess, especially now, you get to see the streamed movie in the if you wanted to, you could watch Demon Slayer and, just go through the whole thing and the movies without interruption. So it all works together, where we, like if it didn't, then, that kind of goes back to like you're saying with the whole My Hero, where if it's not going to make, why,
Yeah, all of My Hero's movies are irrelevant.
The stake is like not there. Like
Bakugo
is like, oh no, like he's dead. I'm just like, no, he's not. Like, like season 3 is on deck, bro. Like I saw the trailer. He's totally in it. Like, so I know he's not dead. Just for the sake of the movie, it's just like, oh no. Oh, that was a close one.
Oh no.
Oh my God. Like,
see you in 5 minutes.
See you in
it's like every cover of a Superman comic.
Yeah. So
like, who cares?
Hopefully this is and I'm pretty sure these movies are gonna do stupid money.
Dude,
like,
what do you guys think about? So I know we're talking about movies, but we keep talking about all these new animes coming out with all of this. What do you guys think about like the fact that still some of these animes though that are mainstream are still making movies that are irrelevant to the story?
Yeah,
even though like people are agreeing that it's not, it's like whatever.
I think they're doing it for the Japan audience, and they're just like, well, let's see if we can grab what money can we grab from the Western audience, because they'll put it out in theaters and it'll sit in like My Hero movies in the States. They probably sit in theaters for about 2 weeks before they're pulled, and then next thing you know, they're on or Netflix or Crunchyroll, and you can just stream them there, right?
Yeah,
I think Demon Slayer is going to sit in the movie for a few like a month.
I think its popularity is different, but I mean, I feel like they're the ones that they don't have any bearing. They're not canon and stuff. If anything else, it's kind of like if they make if they put out next week, they were like, hey, we're going to put out a Captain America movie with Chris Evans. It's going to be a prequel to this. People who really enjoy Marvel are going to go watch it, even though it doesn't affect the storyline now.
Yeah.
It's just because they enjoyed that so much. So in the same way that they did, like, oh, Black Widow. Okay. Well, the Black Widow movie came out after she died, and, you know, we knew she was dead. But people still watched it because they enjoyed that universe so much. So I think, like, you know, nothing in that movie is going to affect the end of the other two movies. But you still watched it because you wanted to see some of your favorite characters on screen again. So it makes money, but it's also a fan service in a different way, you know, and it's good as long as it's done well. I think it works. Some of these that are just cheap grabs or have no bearing, like Willie was saying, when him and his daughter are watching the movie and they're like, that didn't happen. It's like that I feel is an abuse, kind of like the abuse of leaving the manga behind. You know,
That's so
totally
sick
going
that
off.
your daughter like watches that with you though, and you guys can actually like have
She used
conversations about that.
She's not a fan anymore.
Oh, really?
She watches, but it's just like it's her. So like we used to sit and watch anime together. She got older, right? This is when she was like 12, 13 and stuff. Now she's 18, graduated. So she has her own friends. They go watch it together. But she did get mad when I went and watched the Dan Evil Eye, and I like because I posted it on Facebook, and she was like, "You went with me."
I thought you guys went together for real.
But that's so awesome though, like that she, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So I guess when it comes to Demon Slayer, like I have to take her with me. So that's okay. Because she'll read the manga and then hey, you want to watch JJK? Like, have you? No, I read the manga already.
Yeah. And I was going to ask you guys that too, because you both read the manga a lot. I don't really read manga, so I'm kind of like that guy who watched the Harry Potter movies, never reading Harry Potter books. So
I now like I same thing, Eric. Like, I used to read a lot more manga, and then I stopped and I started watching anime more. Now I'm going back to manga, and it's mostly because of Willie and like talking to like other friends of mine that keep saying like, dude, like I know you watch it, but like you just have to read it. So I've been going back now and reading.
You know, because people be like, ooh, the Harry Potter books or Lord of the Ring books or Song of Fire. And like them things is like this with no pictures. Like I'm a simple man. Like open the book, see some pictures, see some words. I'm just like, and then you're done and you're on
easy.
to the next
it's great. It goes fast.
Yeah.
But
Like,
I mean,
man, I'm
180
reading
chapters though. 180 chapters though takes like 2 days, 3 days.
I mean,
if you're binging, like I binge.
I'm a big comic fan. I could go through a whole, comic
so you get
series.
It. That's what mangas are. They're basically this.
Yeah.
If you're a huge comic fan, manga is the same thing.
But see, like that's why I hesitate, is because being such a huge comic fan, and mostly disclosure, I'm a Marvel comic fan. I don't really read DC much, but when you've read the entire series, like Willie was saying with the Dark Phoenix saga, okay, you read that whole thing and then you watch the movie.
How dare you?
That's what I worry about reading a manga. If I read the manga and then I watch something and I'm like,
yeah, it could happen, but a lot of animes these days have been trying to like follow more with the manga lately. And it because of all of the feedback they've been getting over the years from people of like, stop creating your own shit. But like we talked about in previous episodes of how before it was because of a network need, and now
pushing,
it's streaming,
they want
now they have more time. So
I will say reading the manga is a win-win, right? Because one, you read the manga, like one, you're gonna know if you like the story or not moving forward, right? So one, you'll be like, this anime is not worth it because looking at where the story is going, it's like if it's rough to watch and you're like, well, maybe the story gets better, and you read a little couple of further ahead in the anime or the manga, you're just like, this ain't it, Not as one less anime you can take off your list, and you're just like, cool, let me focus on other stuff. Two, like we've seen with Demon Slayer, My Hero and stuff, like you read the manga, it's good, and the anime starts following with the manga, and you're just like, bro, this shit's about to get epic. Like Solo Level. Like so far, people are just like, this shit is the hype that the manhwa had to this.
Yeah.
Like it's win-win. Like, so even
Yeah.
after season 2, you can be like, I think I need to pick this up and go with it. And me and Jackie will tell you, like, you're not, bro. It's a quick read. You get to read ahead. Some people are like, I want to be surprised moving forward. And I get that. That was me with Game of Thrones. Like, I didn't want to know what was happening. You know, like I got to the red wedding and me and my wife had an emotional fucking
bro.
So, you know,
wedding.
Like it was like 11 o'clock at night. We're just,
yeah.
I'll never forget that.
Well, I was ruined by history for that. So,
yep. And then,
thankfully, I never got spoiled. So I was so shocked.
I make the comment, like, oh my God, Game of Thrones. And people, oh, you must be talking about the red weddings. And I'm just like, the fuck?
Yeah, I've never been one of those where you look down your nose at people like, I read first.
Oh, you just, you just found out about this. I read
that 4 years ago. Like, wow, good for you.
I read books. You
Excuse
with
me.
your eyes.
So you're now cultured. I presume you've got.
I guess I can speak to you
Subtitles
about this
isn't considered
show.
reading, okay? Subtitles is not reading. Like,
But the manga reading, you can't go wrong with it. Like I said, and then like some of them, way better than the anime. There's very few anime that is better than the manga.
Yeah,
probably zero. Like I can't imagine reading a shitty ass manga and then the anime be hella dope. You're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I'd be confused as hell.
Like,
I'd be like, wait a second.
Is that based on this?
That means that the freaking creator was shitty. Like,
I saw what you're doing. Let me jazz it up a bit.
I also don't know a lot of like studios or people that are like, let's take this really shitty manga and like make it an anime.
Make it amazing.
Yeah.
But cool. That's what we got for July. If you are watching anything or you're looking forward to something different, let us know in the comments. Like I said, Jackie is our compass for getting away from the shonen world with her romantic comedies and dramedies and all that stuff. So if that too is you, slice of life stuff,
let us know.
Let us know. Throw it in the comments. Put us on something new out here, Kapachi does a good job doing that. He is also our other compass, getting us out there watching new stuff.
Especially the Chinese.
Yeah, he's put us onto some great stuff. Thank you, Kampachi. And also, I mean, when we get to speak
CJ too in the comments, he's been posting a lot of good stuff too.
CJ, our friends over, Josh, and they shared a lot of info with us and pointed out some great things. Anime Pop, they also did a great job sharing with us and giving us some perspectives.
There's just so much. There's so much.
But that's when you know it's good, though, because like all three of our groups all found some of the same subject matter and goes, oh, that's on, that's fire. We knew, like, hey, if all three of these groups like it, it's definitely worth checking it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cool. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and get back to our regularly scheduled programming and wrap up this episode. So I did want to say this. So I am caught up on Witch Watch. That shit is hilarious.
It is. It's funny, bro. It's like it's
It's so dumb. I love it.
So the Easter eggs or the like references are just it's spot on, dude.
It's just such a great it's like trash TV. It's just so good. But it's not trash TV, like it's not like Love Island. It's still like just so, oh my gosh, this is so funny, man.
Oh, whoa.
You watch.
Son. CJ. Season 1, yes.
Yeah, season 2 was.
My thoughts on season 2.
Yeah.
You already know. Unless you're trolling me, CJ.
He could be. He loves that.
I will say the story. I can follow it. The people they have trying to execute the story on screen can't do it, bro.
Yeah.
I can't do it,
I
bro.
feel like the second season kind of just lost the momentum and the suspense too of the first season. Like the first season, you're following him and seeing, you know, all these levels of complexity with the stacks, you know, and how much they could share in their lives and stuff. And then the second season, it just seemed like to lose a lot of that focus, and you know, unfortunately, had your favorite guy in it. So, I mean, how bad was Brave New World just a disaster for you? You're just like,
no, I mean, like 60% of me saying, "Oh no, Anthony Mackie's in it," is trolling, but 40% of it is legit. Like this dude, like, let's be real. Anthony Mackie, does he have roles where you're just like, "Oh shit"?
yeah,
Like,
he did all right.
It catches you off guard when he's a great actor. For the
When he
most,
does good.
like,
Yeah,
you're the same person in everything, dude. Like it's you have no range or anything like that. But so Brave New World, I just thought it was hella mid because it's realistically the trailer gave everything away. I think the president being the Red Hulk was supposed to be a pop moment where people are like, "Oh my god," but the trailer gave all that up because they're just like, we need to put something in here to bring people to theaters to watch this, right?
yeah.
Him being able to defeat a Hulk as a non-super soldier type, like I'm just like, get. And the flowers, this is a, remember you brought your daughter here? This is a and then he turns back. Like that's how he wins. Like, dude, you would have been finished. Like Red Hulk would have had you for lunch and moved on and knocked down the fucking Washington Monument. But that's neither here nor there. Anthony Mackie, you're a friend of the podcast. Feel free to jump on whatever. Just
defend yourself.
No, you're fine, Anthony. You're fine,
kidding.
bro. I'm just like, Altered Carbon just wasn't for you, man. I think they just you shouldn't have been in that one. I'm sorry.
My view on the Brave New World was probably
I'm like so bad with actor saves. Who the fuck is Anthony Mackie?
it was
he
like
was
6.
the freaking dude in Adventures.
She has no idea who we're talking about.
Yeah, so when I said that, I had no idea who we were talking
Oh, Falcon.
that
I
guy.
guess I give him a little more
I like
slack
that
than
guy.
like Chris Pratt, because to me, Chris Pratt
job.
is Andy from
Dude, he has
Parks
really
and Rec
nice
in
skin.
everything. Every single movie, he's Andy. So at least with Anthony Mackie, he's played a little bit of different people.
This
But
man's 46.
man, no, I thought Brave New World was like a 6 out of 10. So just
Hella
good,
mid. 6
not
out of
terrible.
10.
Oh shit! I forgot he was in 8 Mile. Oh,
Yeah, he's an 8 Mile. He's played
He
a
was
lot of
probably-
different things.
Man, that's
But-
Probably
crazy.
one of his best roles because he barely talked in that one. So
Oh, poor guy.
He does good with funny stuff though too. Like if he's putting a less serious
Yeah, he's
stuff,
funny.
he does good. But I feel like actually he did all right as being the handoff for
What
Steve,
else was he in?
because the dramatic parts I feel like he could do well.
Oh yeah, he was in Real Steel.
Yeah,
You're saying that like that was a Jackie. You're not helping him out.
yeah. That's you're
I liked Real Steel.
Not for Anthony Mackie, because apparently you didn't know he
I
was
don't know. Dude, that was back in 2011. It's been so long since I've
watched
seen that
it.
movie.
I try to.
I was like 18 years old when I watched that movie.
There's a rule.
I don't
There's
remember.
a rule that I think everybody should know is
I'll
like
watch it again.
movies where it's going to be
$1 Million Baby.
an adult and a young boy actor together. Rule of thumb, it's going to suck. Okay. I can't
Wait, you
name
said it's
any
gonna
movies.
suck if there's an older man and a young boy together.
No, just a dude like look.
How about The Pursuit of Happiness? That was a good movie.
No, that's a drama though. I'm talking about okay, The Last Action Hero was Arnold Schwarzenegger and some kid I can't remember. Fucking terrible movie. Horrible. And I mean
outside of Terminator 2.
Outside of Terminator 2, but Terminator 2 is supposed to be more of a serious movie too. Like any of these kind of plucky action movies that have a good feel, like Real Steel. When the kid's involved, you're gonna have some of the worst acting. It's just gonna
dude, fuck kids. They suck.
Children actors. God damn,
Blow.
bro. Like after what's her name? Kirsten
You guys
Dunst.
didn't like what's it called? Karate Kid?
Which one? The new one?
The
new-
no, not the newest one. The
The
one
one with Jaden Smith?
Yeah.
No.
No.
I hate it here, Mom. I hate it here. I want to go back.
Wow, that's a really good.
Why couldn't they just call it Kung Fu Kid? Because it's not karate.
I like Jackie Chan in that movie.
Like,
But I also really love Jackie Chan. That was awesome.
the Kung Fu Kid.
I also I think it's because I grew up watching the Jackie Chan Adventures.
Professional.
The Professional's good. It's more of a drama though.
Terminator 2 is good.
Terminator 2.
That's the only one I could think where
The Phantom Menace. No, never mind.
Don't you?
I know. That kid went.
I'm talking about an older dude with a kid.
Yeah, like when the majority of the movie is like a kid and an adult, and they're just going.
What about War of the Worlds?
Those are his kids, and that's a. I guess the best thing, the way
that was a good movie.
Like the feel good action movie, they're not related. You know what I mean? Like Hugh Jackman and that kid are supposed to inspire you to like this inspirational, feeling movie. Those suck.
Logan was good. What are you talking about?
No, Logan was good.
About the other movie, Logan was good.
Yeah,
Logan was sick.
Yeah.
Anyway,
there's no more in there, Willie. You gotta put more in there.
I guess the only way is like to look at the ones that I'm talking about is like I said, The Last Action Hero, that movie with Chuck Norris and that other guy, that young guy, and it's like a karate.
Oh yeah,
movie.
The Sixth Sense. Like, come on, Red Rum.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Is that Sixth Sense? That's Sixth Sense, right?
No, that's The Shining. But
fuck, I always mix those two up.
But hey, But I mean, if you go back and you watch the Sixth Sense and stuff, watch the kids acting.
Well, there's another one, The Shining.
It's like
you had me legit sitting there thinking like, what part of the Sixth Sense was wrong? It's been a minute since I watched it. I'm just like,
the same. That's why. It's because I literally do mix. Like the kid in both of those movies, they kind of look similar.
That's true. The Golden Child is great, CJ, but it's a comedy. I mean, I don't know. To me, and it's not supposed to be a feel good. Like this guy didn't ever wanted to be a dad, and then he's with this kid, and so
I don't know. I'm trying to think of other. I'm really bad. I don't watch movies, man. I'm so bad.
Good. But anyway,
sorry.
We'll go ahead and we just started.
After hours tangent.
And tune in to Eat the Cake Anime to talk about movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally opposite of anime.
Yeah. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. For those that tapped in with us, if you did watch, listen, make sure to stop by our socials, which are listed here on the bottom of the screen, and let us know what you think. Also on the YouTube channel as well. Eat the Cake, that feeling. So just swing by, let us know what you think. Give us some suggestions. What animes are you watching? So we can add them to our list, our ever-growing list of anime. And that's pretty much all I got, unless there's some last-minute things you want to pass to our fellow anime connoisseurs.
Nope. The only thing I would say is give our friends that time we started anime podcast a shout out, since we did get some inspiration from them this evening for the Father's Day theme, and thank you guys so much. And
check out Pop X Anime as well over on the Pop Break. So follow them wherever you stream podcasts at. Same thing with that time we started an anime podcast. So don't only just support them watching their videos, go check out their actual podcast. 5 stars on theirs.
Yeah.
5 stars
are awesome.
Or don't rate it at all. 5 stars or just don't even worry about it.
Move on.
Going over there with no 3 out of 5 star stuff.
No.
This is coming from us. If they want you to leave honest feedback, please do that. Just like we want you to leave honest feedback with our show. But from us telling you to go check them out, don't go there saying Eat the Cake sent me here to give you 2 stars. Don't be doing that shit.
Yeah.
Because we didn't say that.
5 stars.
If you're gonna give some kind of 3 stars,
come
you should come on and Give us the reason.
We have a death note. No,
We'll
I'm just
describe it with you, or we'll discuss it with you.
We find out who it is. Your name will go into death.
Yeah.
Where you will then be deleted forever.
Big balls 6'9", you're going down. That's what's going to happen. We're going to write that in the death note. Big balls 6'9".
But not only our friends,
Yamcha your ass.
but check out everybody else over here on the DFPN. No gimmicks. Obviously us, Smoke Pit, USDN, Nightmare, Nerdscapes. Who are we missing?
Cutting Edge Hero.
There we go. Cutting Edge Hero. And then, of course, make sure you tap in with the Awesome Zone TTRPG, our very own EJ, and his beautiful wife, Jen, holding us down. We had a great time last Saturday.
Yes, we did.
I have not laughed that hard. In a long time. Like, you gotta love it when people are like overthinking certain situations, and then like Eric just lets him walk the fucking plank too. He's just like,
I do.
I
love
say I love D&D. I know your guys think it's in D&D,
Yeah.
but it's basically the same. Like,
Yeah.
you got to watch the reels where it's like when people overthink stuff. It's so funny.
Oh yeah,
It's like, there's a door in front of you. What do you do? I use.
they just they're smarter than they need to
arcane.
be.
Like I use my arcane.
They're gonna build like a platform with a crank and a pulley system. Like, dude, did anyone check to see if it's locked?
Yeah, no.
There might be somebody over there, so I leak acid under the door and start.
Yeah.
People are like hollering.
I put a shield up.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Those women and children over there, or they could be monsters. Like, bro, what do you?
Could be.
I use my strength of whatever to knock it down. It's like, yeah, you destroyed the door because it was just a door.
I love it. But we got a lot of good things over here on DFPN. So follow all the networks, follow them on the socials, follow them on the YouTubes, follow them wherever you stream podcasts at. It's a good time.
Follow our friends.
Yes. But that's all I got. I've been rambling on enough. EJ, Jackie, any last words for our listeners?
We love you guys. Thank you.
Thanks for checking us out. Thanks for any comments or just hanging out with us. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Indeed. So until next time, enjoy what you want to enjoy, and peace.
Peace.
Where's our outro?
Oh, awkward.
I found it. You guys take care. Peace.